Well, there goes the Daverhood. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. And how you doing? Happy and thoughtful Veterans Day to you from me, Dave Lefkowitz, and my darling
You know what that means?
What does it mean?
We have to go to Mission Barbecue because it's Veterans Day.
Yeah, but they'll be full of veterans getting free food. And like the line will be out the door because on Veterans Day, this place, they cater to soldiers and veterans.
I see.
Yeah.
Somebody sent me a thing, a lot of email things saying you get free stuff. Fresh direct, like with the market down near school.
Yeah.
They were saying that you get something free, but they're like must show military ID.
Oh, well, okay, yeah, today movie theaters should let veterans in free or at least a really great price. Everybody should.
Nothing violent that could trigger any PTSD. Stuff.
So stay away from college campuses, ladies and gentlemen, particularly Ivy League. You know, just get away from those right now. But and the rest of the world and the newspapers and the whole world we live in.
Well, my dad was I didn't know my dad was a sharpshooter.
Oh, yeah.
I looked at his because he's still alive, but some of his military stuff. I was filling out something and you had to put like what they did in the military, and he was a sharpshooter. Good for him. Yeah.
But I thought that that he was National Guard and that he was taking bodies out of water.
But then also on his paperwork it said what was his duty, and he was.
Well, his duty was like this size.
No, but he was like a sharp, like his role was a.
Yeah, I did not know marksman.
But it had something like that. I was like, wow. Yeah.
But he was never in a war or overseas military. He was. Yeah, well, I have an active duty.
Yeah, really active. I mean, also nothing we have has arms except.
Well, now we do. Now we do. They all have arms. Well, they have.
So you want to tell the the way that we got some of these things is, I'm very fussy. And I bought 2 calendars at Target, and they weren't exactly what I wanted, but I didn't know if I would find anything better. And then I bought 2 online because they even had a better sale online. So I ended up with 4 calendars for 2024, and I didn't need them. And it was the day of the time change. And I asked David to drive me to Target. Yeah. And then I was waiting behind all the mothers because all the kids couldn't sleep and they had snotty noses. They were crying.
That was me too. Yeah.
You know, because the kids had, whatever, change it, whatever. And you are the kind soul. You were buying me a tea, no water, no iced tea.
By the way, I'm boycotting Starbucks now. But beyond that, yeah.
And so then we went. I said, "Come meet me." I called you over, and I was pointing, and I said to the girl, "Are they potatoes?" And she said, "Yes." And then I said, "Where are they?" And then I looked for them, and I couldn't find them. And she said, "Oh, you can take these. We just put them to make it cute."
Because in front of the
customer service,
the customer service thing, the cash register in front of it. They have these 2 things. We haven't shown them yet. These 2 little things, and we look at Joyce looks. I'm not even there. I'm over. I was over at the coffee place. You were at.
But I called you over because I wanted you to see it.
And it looked.
I thought they looked like potatoes.
So this was a Target in front of the customer service and returns counter.
Your babies.
This. From a company, by the way, I didn't realize was called Spritz, which is a Yiddishism. If
they're
not,
holding hands.
Yeah, they're literally not even Velcro together. They're like sewn together. Joyce sees this and she's like, "Oh my God!"
But it did look like duty on the top, but it was pink duty, right? Like that's not.
Well, it has the shape of a pool emoji.
What is that supposed to be?
Well, that's what we didn't. That's what the girl at the counter didn't even realize. Here's it. So Joyce sees.
She spent all day looking at the back of them because she was doing the register. She really got away.
So from the back,
they look like potatoes.
They look very much like potatoes. Look at that. Rather 2 perfect potatoes.
And they're worn bottoms. They have worn seeds in them or something. I don't know what that's about.
So here's the deal. So Joyce looks at these and goes, "Oh my God, are these potatoes? Where are these?" Because my husband's a lunatic and he'll want.
No, I didn't say that. I said my husband likes potatoes.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. And she says, "Oh yeah, they're potatoes. And if you don't have any more, take these."
No, what she said was they were in the $10 or less. But they probably moved them to the holiday aisle. That's what I'm thinking.
There were not quite ornaments, but there's a core.
But they are $5, so probably they did have them in the 10 or less, so people would buy them. But they got bought out.
Who wouldn't?
Because they're so cute. But I don't know why they made that thing look like poop.
Well, here's the deal.
That's so
This is
confusing.
what the girl didn't know. This is what we didn't. I was looking at this and I was like, okay, they look like potatoes. They look like salt, salt on a mashed potato kind of thing. What's up with that? That doesn't look like
And
butter.
I said the color, the blue is very distinctive.
Well, the blue makes it Jewish. The blue is kind of this isn't just a potato. This is a potato for the holiday, right?
Because he could have brown legs, like our potatoes have brown balls.
You want to repeat that?
Go forward, go forward, look at me, look at me. Go forward.
And there we go. So we look it up because you can do that nowadays. I see spritz and potatoes.
Stabs.
What? Oh,
He's-
so it turns out, and now it makes total sense. Why the hell would, not why would potatoes have arms and legs? Because
No,
that
but
makes
why
total
would they have
sense.
like something that looks like pink duty on them?
Yeah,
I still don't get that.
I get it that because when we looked it up, these are not
Here,
potatoes, they're
I'm gonna
Sufganyot.
look up the whole, there's only, but I think
Yeah.
the good part for us,
Mm-hmm. Well.
14 halves of walnuts. It says 1,841. Oh.
Joyce is checking her food stuff on
No,
the
it
app.
said I had like 18,000 calories today.
No, it's not.
I mean, I like to eat, but I mean, that's like, I think.
Even Robert Earl
This
used
was
the
like
tallest
right, it
amount.
was like a week,
Yeah, it would not have had 18,000 calories
let me see.
in like 3 days. Yeah, that'd be difficult. Yeah.
I want to do. I'm sorry.
All right. Anyway, so
You said the story, I'm going to get them up.
so these you can do that. They don't have that. They just have legs. But so I look it up, and there's actually meant to be Sufganyot, which are jelly donuts, which are another traditional Jewish thing to have on the holiday of Hanukkah,
Oh, they
which
have
is
a
coming
lot
up.
of stuff.
Yes. Yeah. Spritz.
Oh, look, they have all kind of cute stuff. Spritzes that.
Oh, not just
makes
Jewy?
you, oh, they make a little bird, wearing a little thing, and then.
Oh, he's very good. But that looks kind of goyish.
No, they do everything like age. It's the Spritz is for their party supplies.
Oh, because what child wouldn't want the? Well, I would. So the thing is, they're jelly donuts, and this is the jelly that's kind of,
Here we go.
they're not whole round donuts.
They
They're
have a
those.
whole Hanukkah.
Yeah. So they'll have, if you've ever had a jelly donut for Hanukkah, it'll be spritzing literally out of the top of the donut, and that's what these were meant to be.
So David, you have to.
Yeah.
He's there.
Oh yeah.
But they're here. Okay, so you just go back, but I'll get you them.
So we can explain.
He's next to them. Okay. So
Yeah, here we go. So here they are on.
You can make it bigger if you want.
Well, I'll hold it real close. Sufganyot Hanukkah figurines from Spritz. There they are.
Maybe that's why they have the beads and their tushies get warm because they're figurines. I think it's to weigh them down.
Yeah, so they don't fall over.
So they don't give them.
Yeah. And then we were like, well, okay, this is normal. They're not potatoes, but we love them anyway. We bought them. So, and then we see this.
Yes.
Because we were looking for that.
He was with them.
In the picture, yeah.
I was searching while you were in the bathroom and I found it. Yeah.
Well, yeah. You're just saying all kinds of lines that can take so many ways to go.
At Target, and I was searching for what he was.
So what we thought he was was a potato.
Yeah.
Turns out this company makes a Hanukkah potato.
Oh.
Which for those of you who know Hanukkah, of course, know that it's a latke. So of course we went online and we had to purchase and this is beautiful. This made my day. What is the problem? There's nothing problem. Well, except that you eat it.
It is, David. It's an aisle F45. So it just tells you the aisle at our local.
Oh, where yeah.
Target, yeah.
So the beautiful part of this, especially in the times we're living in, is if you turn him forward, he's out and proud.
There's 3 left in aisle F45.
Oh, they're saying that they have them?
I love that about Target. Can I tell you?
Yeah.
It says like when you click on the item, like here, let's see. He's not as cute as him. It says there's 4 left. F45 is the aisle. That's great.
Yeah.
So
here's the beauty part. This is the thing that sold me on it. I wasn't sure. I mean, the yarmulke for sure, but the idea that he's holding a jar of sour cream may be the greatest thing ever. Because as Joyce noted, These, which are jelly donuts, look more like potatoes visually in terms of shape
It's very confusing.
than this.
Because they all look like it's amorphous. Show potato here. Does he look like a potato?
Well, this.
No, but does he look like a
Here,
potato?
take a look.
He
This.
looks like a cookie, right? Doesn't he?
Yeah, like a large whatever. He's.
Oh, maybe
Let's.
maybe
yeah.
a latke. Oh, he doesn't. He looks like a potato pan. That's
Oh.
what he's supposed to look like, a pancake.
It's like potato pancake. You're right.
That
And
makes
that's why
sense.
he's flat-ish
But he
and
should be
round.
only applesauce.
Well, no, sour cream is just as good. Applesauce would be great. Sour cream is funnier though.
Oh,
There's something more dewy about sour cream on a latke, which you have with applesauce too.
Yeah.
Well, now I want one.
And he will get you sometime, maybe at the fair. Oh, fix his leg. His leg went all.
Yeah, they kind of got all.
Fix it. Thank you.
So if you wonder what,
Okay, that's it.
he looks like he's doing the twist.
That leg, that can't bend like that.
Hang on, there.
It's a
No,
cast.
oh my, oh
And
here.
just
He's like on the Jerry Lewis telethon now. Hold on.
Take his feet off.
Here we
You know,
go.
there are 4 more. Oh, that's cute.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see. You know, after the holiday, they'll probably be 50% off if they have them. Maybe after Hanukkah, we'll see. We're gonna take next time we go to Target, we might get him a friend. We might not, but we might.
Well, he is only one. The other ones have each other.
I love you.
But the other ones have each other. The 2 little ones we think are.
Yeah, but we got him so that they would have
Yeah,
a
but
friend.
they have each other.
Yeah,
There's
that's
2 of them.
Oh,
And they're always happy. He's alone.
Except he has 4 million of these.
Do they relate to him?
Well, this one we got this potato in the mail this week. You can see he's got some. He has some issues, and it turns out he's dyslexic. So he can't really say, and it's a different kind of dyslexia. It's like a reading dyslexia.
No, it's not
Is it?
dyslexia at all based on the actual disease.
Yeah.
He has a potato version. You said dyslexia, which is a potato disease.
Exactly. So.
I wish they'd get aphasia so they wouldn't speak, but that doesn't happen.
Oh, if I had aphasia, I couldn't remember things. See this is the kind of problem that he has. Potato, do you like your new friend? We tried to name him because this was Itsy and Yitsy.
Don't hang them like that.
Well, I've only got 2 hands, and then we haven't really come up with a name. Was it Shlomo or something or Yomo?
He's in a pan. He's a pancake. We can call him Cakey.
Cake. That's a
We can call him Lot.
Latka.
Vodka.
Well, that's from Taxi. It's
What
like
should we call him then?
that's what I'm wondering. We could
We should call him sour cream. We
cream.
should call him Chip.
No. But sometimes I don't know what the Yiddish word for sour cream would be. That would be interesting. Or
Yiddish or Hebrew.
is it or Hebrew? Either one.
How do you say sour cream in Yiddish?
Here's your translation.
Oh, good God! It's like 25 letters in there with no vowels.
Okay. How do you say this?
Yeah, let me see.
It's Smetene.
Smetana. Really?
I can't read.
Sorry, yeah, I'll do it. Hold it. Smetana. Well, no, it's kind of weird that there's a composer named Biedrich Smetana
Sour cream.
who wrote a thing called the Moldau, which is where Jews kind of stole the thing for the Hatikva.
Skip cream in Yiddish is
No, that's
No, that's a different. That's like the
okay, let's look up.
sour.
How do you say sour cream in Hebrew?
here's your translation.
Now this might be a different word. Sour cream in Hebrew is shmonat chamutza. Maybe I don't know the vowels. I can only read the Hebrew actual letters. So you're holding shmonat chamutza, or I prefer smegma.
Oh,
You have smegma?
shamanet
No,
means cream. It says shamanet means cream, but in the absence of a modifier, it's understood to be sour cream.
Oh,
Right here. You see
yeah.
that?
And did they have the alliteration for it? It says
It is.
shamenet.
And it says.
Shamenet itself means cream, but so it's sour cream or semen, either one. Oh, I'm gonna make some shamenet. Oh, in a minute I'll make shamenet. Oh, yeah. If you have no idea what the fuck you're watching, it's Dave's Gone By here on this November 11th, 2023. Yeah.
Blippi's visit to a children's museum. Who's Blippy?
Oh, Blippy. Blippy is a very well-known, like, little children thing. I know.
It's scaring me.
This doesn't scare you? Ah!
Bothers me.
I want to go to a Diltrin's museum.
Oh,
I told you,
wow.
yes, it's dyslexia.
What's he talking about? Oh, Pip.
Yeah.
You know,
Of course, yeah.
just let him rest. Let him sleep.
All right, hold on. Now it's time for you. Problem is, he even sleeps backwards. He puts all the Z's in the wrong order.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Let him, you know.
All right. Yeah. Anyway, I'm Dave Lefkowitz. That's Joyce. What is Dave's Gone By? Been 21 years. I still have no idea. It's humor. It's zaniness. It's a little bit of fun. Well,
Will
not a
there
little
be
bit.
Bunion watch? Because if there is, like,
We will be doing Bunion. Yeah, we'll be doing Bunion watch in a bit, where we will measure the bunions on my feet.
and
Huh?
today you have something new that you're usually the generator of
Yes.
the quiz, but we have a new quiz writer.
So for a couple of weeks now, several weeks, I just not had the time to deal with doing the today, yesterday trivia quiz that we've been doing for a few years now with some wonderful people, where I come up with some ridiculous quiz questions, and we get a couple of panelists, and for fun, you kind of banter about the answers and stuff. And I've been doing it every once in a while, but this is a very, very busy semester for both Joyce and me, so I haven't really had the time or energy to deal. However, Leslie Hoban Blake, our great friend, has volunteered to step up and write half of the questions in this week's quiz. And so she can't take part. She can't be a panelist, but she's going to sort of co-host, co-read our Today Yesterday quiz, which will be joined by our beloved David Sheward, who is a theater critic for theaterlife.com, culturaldaily.com, and Total Theater, as well as a blogger for his very own blog, The David Desk, and Steve Herbst, better known as Steve the Whistler Herbst, one of our guests from the first couple of years we were on the air. He is a competitive whistler. He's also a psychiatrist, but he's a competitive whistler and has won awards for his whistling skills. So he's going to be the panelist with David Sheward playing our Today, Yesterday trivia quiz. We were going to have a guest also on the show and have an interview with him, but he flaked out. Yeah.
What song is that?
Da-da-dum, da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-da-da. Is it the That's All Folks theme? Oh, I thought it was a quiz question you were asking me. You don't know. Can you hum it though? Can you da-da-da? This is entertainment.
Unable to find a match. I don't know what song I'm humming.
Can't you hum it?
No, I don't know. I had. Okay, keep going.
Anyway,
We all need a good shaken.
so we will have our trivia quiz today with a couple of panelists.
I'm gonna opt out for the question that I read because I don't want to cheat, because that cheating.
Oh, so you are going to play the rest of the truth. So my wife Joyce.
I'm not gonna play. Just if that question comes to me, I don't get the points. I can't guess it.
Right,
I
not
actually
fair.
don't remember which one it is, but I don't want to put any.
Yeah,
I don't want to put any stain of impropriety on your show.
No. I have enough stains on my underpants. I don't need any
Actually
for
do,
impropriety. Yeah. And we'll also have our Colorado Limerick of the Damned.
What town is it?
We're going actually, I didn't realize when I wrote this that we had a long time ago
Yeah.
a poem already for the town of Montezuma,
Oh,
but it wasn't fair. It wasn't written in a way that actually highlighted the town
the features of the
of
town.
Montezuma.
Well, you learned as you wrote the many hundreds of them, you learned how to
Right.
really highlight the unique features of that place. So
So I've written a brand new Montezuma poem for our Colorado Limericks of the Dam, because there's a Montezuma County and a Montezuma in Colorado. So we'll have a poem, I swear to you, about that. Friends of the Daverhood, Colorado Limerick, Today Yesterday quiz, Bunion watch. I mean, and Greeley Times. haven't even mentioned that. So we do have quite a bit to do today. So even without our stupid asshole guest. So let me tell you about this guy. This guy, he posts on, and I'm not going to mention names. He posts on last week's show under it saying, "How come you never have me as a guest?" So I'm thinking, you know what, we're kind of, I don't have time to go running around looking for a lot of guests right now. So, and I look at the guy's stuff, he's done one or two things. I'm like, hey, all right, why not? Why not? And so I send him the details. He asked him a couple of dumb questions. And then I was like, okay, great. You know, you're also, I sent him like 5 days ago, the links and then what to do. And then yesterday, he mails me and said, I never actually agreed to be on
And I
the show.
tell you, David, a lot of people get buyer's remorse. Like, sometimes people want to do something. It's like, they're like, yeah, I'll present at that conference, or yeah, I'll do that class or whatever. I'll do something for you. And then when the time goes near, they realize the work involved and they back out.
Well, there's no work. He just has to,
Yeah,
you know,
maybe he's
and
a
be on the
better
quiz and
coach
stuff.
guy, or
He's got
maybe
buyer's remorse. It's what he has. So, you know, I did not need that late
but
yesterday.
You know what?
Yeah.
You got Leslie writing questions, you got a show, don't look at the negative. Plus you got the flea market till 3.
Yeah, there's a local,
You know, there's gonna be, and this is with parents, there's gonna be a lot of homemade cookies and cakes, cause
oh, I hope.
the parents cook, mothers bake shit. You know, the PTA and all that, I'm sure they're gonna have a lot of baked
Yeah.
goods.
Because obviously there's going to be a lot of Christmas garbage that we're not interested in, but there's going to be
I guess
generally in
some
this
people
case
would be that.
food.
Yeah.
Food for Dave, snacky, breakfasty
Well,
food.
we've never been there and it's a whole school, so it's gonna be chopped, and it's one of the rare times when something's actually available till 3.
Yeah, usually
Normally, yeah.
that's one of the things I do not understand. I like a lot of things about living in Maryland, but when we were living in both New York and Colorado, when they had garage sales,
Yeah,
they would
that's
be on the weekend. Sometimes they even start on Friday, but they would have a garage sale. It would start at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and then until 4 or 5 in the afternoon, they would go, and then they'd do it over again on Sunday for whatever was left over. And then if you get there Sunday afternoon after like 3, it was whatever was on sale. You know, just take
Well,
it.
you remember TJ's wife, so when we were in Colorado, we met lovely
yeah.
couple. And he was a historian, I think she was a teacher. And she, for the kids, she had a bunch of kids, like 2 or 3, and she'd say, if you wanna get anything good at one of these, maybe it's true too with this kind of fall festival, but she was like, if you wanna get good,
Yeah.
if you wanna get anything really good, like good merchandise at any of these flea markets or yard sales, you gotta go at 8 o'clock.
First thing,
And they
right.
go first thing.
Yeah.
And she did say at the end they give stuff away. The
Right.
nest is still there, honey, but
Oh,
there's
that's
no first.
But that is true. It's sort of like you'll pay top dollar, as it were, for this used crap if you go first thing, but you also get like first choice
Well, I
pick.
have to buy something under 15 because we have in December.
Oh, you have a grab bag?
Yeah, but it has to be recycled, reused, or not new. So I mean, we have some.
Dig our kids' textbooks. They never fucking read them.
No, it has to be something like, maybe I could do like, I was thinking that picture frame that you edited, you know, or something that.
Oh yeah. We'll find something.
Yeah.
But well, the thing is, moving out to here, I don't get what it is. I don't know why. But all through the spring, all through the summer in Maryland, into the early fall, they don't have them really now anymore. They have a garage sale, and it starts at 8 or 9 in the morning on a Saturday, and it goes till 1.
Yeah.
And by 12:15, they're packing up. It's like a 3-hour sale. It's like a 3-hour sale, and you know that's it. You get like 15, 20 hours to shop on Long Island or in Colorado. In Maryland, it is like, you know, they put it out, it's there for a couple of hours, you snooze, you lose. It's got, and no Sundays either. It's just like one day, boom, you get it, you don't get it. Yeah, so it's annoying because I do enjoy yard sales. I really do. I like garage sales. I like estate sales. I just, you know, I love the idea of getting some kind of really nice bargain. I think it's a great way to get furniture. Maybe not furniture with velvet or cushions or things where bed bugs can live. But I know bed bugs can live in wood too, but I just don't think it. So I love them, but I don't really get to do them because I do this show on Saturday mornings, and it pulls me away from being able to just see around, look for something that's like $3, and like, will you take $1.50? I was like, oh, okay, sure. We've never gotten anything extraordinarily amazing in any of these sales. Maybe if I had a truck or flatbed, I would, because then I would really look at a piece of furniture, a dining room table, and I go, that is cool, and just I'll take it. Just boom, what is it? A beautiful wooden, barely scuffed dining room table for $80. But whatever. It's the cross-eyed bear, ladies and gentlemen. And if you've ever seen a cross-eyed bear, they sort of look like, rawr. You're watching Dave's Gone By on this Saturday morning. It's our 917th episode of the show. We mix humor and talk and culture and sometimes interviews into this farrago of entertainment. And that, as I said, has been on the air since 2002. We started literally on October 6th at 11 o'clock at night on a station on Long Island. We brought an hour's worth of time and did this crazy kooky show, and have kept doing it for 21 years now. Every week, I mean, we skip some weeks, we miss some weeks here and there, but virtually every week, and now we are literally virtual, doing the Dave's Gone By program for your entertainment and delight. If you want to know more about the show, you can go to our website, davesgoneby.com. Dave's, like my name with an S on the end, davesgoneby.com. The site was down for about a week when our site thing was having some issues with it, but it's been fine for the last couple of weeks. And we put everything up there, all the archives from the very beginning. You can see at that website for free. We have a separate archive of just the interviews that we've had on the show, hundreds of them, the skits, the songs, everything, the Rabbi Saul stuff, all of it available there. We also post our archives at archive.org, archive.org, which is a not-for-profit website. We're not connected to them in any way, except we have a channel there, the Dave's Gone By channel, and we put up the same stuff. Whether you go to archive.org or davesgoneby.com or .org, you're going to see the same things. So take your pick. And if you just like audio, you can go to castbox.fm. If you're into podcasts, if you're on the go and you can't sit there and watch, minute after minute, hour after hour, just download it from castbox.fm and you can listen that way. All these different ways to watch and enjoy the same program, Dave's Gone By. So yeah, we have all this stuff to do in a while on the program. What else is there to talk about today? So, there are things that I hate in this, really kind of hate. So just my life. So things, obviously that I hate. The person who said he was going to be a guest on today's show and isn't, he's right up here right now, just underneath Hamas. And then under that, you all know if you watch this program, I despise traffic circles, roundabouts, traffic. So I cannot, for the life of me, figure them out. Some, escaped Nazi officer from the 1940s got to Brazil and figured he designed this idea of a traffic circle, which he assumed would help congestion. He assumed it's like, well, you've got all these people congregating. Why you couldn't put up 4 stop signs, like a 4-way stop, and just like with every other corner in the world, the first person who goes in, goes. The people turning left have to wait. I mean, all these things we're used to, right? But this idiot thinks, hey, I'm going to make a nice little circle. So if you come into the circle, you do that. If you come into the circle, you can do that. And as long as seemingly, as long as you stay to the right and just make your way around the circle, you'll eventually get to where you're going. Now, if there's no traffic, if there's no cars coming anywhere, it's not a bad idea. You can kind of go like, oh, okay, I'm at the traffic circle, a little stop thing, a yield. I need to go directly right. I need to go up straight, or I need to go that way. It's no big harm. Soon as you get one other car in a traffic circle, it becomes a nightmare. Because you have no clue what the other driver is going to do. right? You think he looks, oh, he's coming around, he's gonna go, oh, no, he's zooming around the circle and he's coming into my lane. And he's gonna pass in front of me where I'm gonna go this way.
The battery change?
No, I haven't gotten to that yet.
Okay.
I'm talking about the roundabouts.
You want me to go make, you want some tea? I'm gonna make tea.
Yeah, that'd be great.
You want- Okay.
Is that empty? My coffee is gone already?
No, you have
Oh,
coffee. here.
great. So,
I'll go make some tea. What tea?
yeah, tea would be great. And I hate these things. We used to have them in Fort Collins when we were living in Greeley, Colorado, and I have to bring, our dog constantly to the vet, or we have to just go to Fort Collins for fun and stuff. And we have to, there'd be one there, and I would literally Loveland. Loveland, Colorado is this adorable place because it's very artsy, and their post office is known for people sending mail around Valentine's Day from the Loveland post office, because the post office will put a heart on the stamp and say, Loveland. Okay, if you want to send a love card to somebody, what better place in the world than Loveland, Colorado? And the post office knows that, they do it. So yeah, it is a cool thing, except Loveland is like the breeding ground of traffic circles. I don't know, I have no clue why that particular. So I'm always, when we were going to Loveland or going shopping there, because they have a number of malls there, and it'd be like, oh no, oh yeah, I would literally go half a mile out of my way to avoid the traffic circle and park somewhere else, or kind of just skitter away, make a quick right turn, and just find another way. Because the only good thing is usually there's another way if you go out of your way. It just takes a little extra time. So I drive twice a week to a university to teach. I teach at two different ones. One is more local. The other is about 12 miles away. And the one that's 12 miles away it's a beautiful drive for the most part. It's just, lush tree areas, foresty. It's a really, for the most part, a delightful. I don't like driving. Okay, I do it because I have to. And I don't want to drive at night. I'm at the age where I never wanted to, I don't want to deal, but I get in the car, you have to do it, right? So if I have to drive a stretch of about, 8 of the 12 miles that I've got to do to drive to this other university is lovely. And I'm thinking, what, if I've got to drive I like driving here. This is nice. Cool. But there's always one place on the trip that scares the shit out of me every time. There's one little moment of this otherwise incredibly lovely journey that I take back and forth twice a week. But it's only the going forth. There's only one part, and I start to get nervous about it on the way. I was like, okay, how's it going to be today when I get to that corner? What's going to happen? And it was bad. I mean, it's just been awful going there. And it's not because it was a roundabout. It's because it's a two-way turn, a two-way stop. So you have a stop going this way, a stop coming that way. But then this traffic is fairly constant, which makes it really scary and hairy. Because first of all, you have to get up close enough to see. I mean, it's a typical two-way stop, but this is a very trafficy area. So, you've got cars this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. Soon as cars kind of ease up over there, you've still got them coming this way. And you start to worry if there's a bunch of people behind you because you don't know if you should make, and then you get other cars that have a stop sign coming at you. So you've got to wait for them because I'm making a left turn. So it's all this calculus going on. I'm almost causing accident once or twice because I'll get up there, I can make it, and then suddenly there's a car coming this way that I didn't even see because I was worried about this car going this way. It's awful. And they finally realized how awful it was. So do they do the bright thing of maybe putting up 4 stop signs, make it a 4-way. It slows traffic appreciably, but still, we're not talking about the West Side Highway here. We're still talking about, the middle of northern bumfuck Maryland. So it's trafficy because it's a school, but, it's manageable. Why not yield even something? But no, instead, they built a traffic roundabout, which they're still in the midst of making. There's still traffic cones and they're still designing this. And I was like, and it's funny because I had figured out just before they were doing this, and understand that I've been teaching at this university for a year, almost a year and a half now. And it only occurred to me, this is how slow I am on the uptake, that I had another option. That when I got to this corner before they put the roundabout in, I could get up to it, and instead of making a left to go where I want to go and worrying about cars this way, cars that way, I'll just make a right. And then I'll get to a place where I can turn around. And hoping and praying, I left myself enough time in the morning that it's not going to be 5 miles away and then I have to double back. Turns out, within a quarter mile, there's a perfectly fine place that I can just go, I make a right turn, go a block, 3 blocks, duck in left, come back out, and then I'm on my way, avoiding the whole fraught, 2-way stop left turn problem. Should have been doing that for months. I was always worried that there wouldn't be any kind of place for me to turn and go back. There is. And so as soon as I breathed a sigh of relief, it's like, okay, all I got to do is wait for traffic from one direction to stop or to ease up, to be held at a light earlier on. And then I can just turn right. No, whatever somebody's coming from that doesn't bother me. Whatever's coming from, no, just turn right and then go left and come back. Now they got a roundabout. Now they're building a thing where I am still, when they finish the fucking thing, I'm gonna turn right. Because I'm not gonna risk this thing of like, well, I don't want to go to that to turn right there. I don't want to go around and then go up straight. I need to go the most dangerous one. I need to go all the way around, and then get left. Which again, if there's no cars anywhere, fine. If there's cars at any juncture, and they start crossing into this thing, and you think that's the terrifying thing about roundabouts. You see a car, it goes around the swirl, and you figure, oh, it's going around, it's going to go that way, and then it just zips all the way around and comes right in front of you. No. And they've done this now in 2 different places. One for when I come into school, and the other for when I'm coming home in a different spot that is not as nearly as trafficked and doesn't need it. They're already building another traffic circle there. And again, as it happens, in this case, I have to go right anyway. But I'm still where any car that comes like coming through, I'm like, oh, are they going to go that way or that way? So to the person, I am still talking about the roundabouts, the bane of my existence. I should be on college campuses going, stop roundabouts now.
She is very hot, David.
All right, thank you. It astonishes me.
You didn't talk about your new friend.
Well, now we can talk. I was waiting for you to come back. So
I'll get you a picture to share. Is that what you wanted? A picture of you and your friend here?
So it was an interesting week for cars. Like the week before, I had a road rage incident, and amazingly enough, it had nothing to do with me. I wasn't the one enraged, which is rare. I was driving. I was driving along, and coming back from this university I was talking about, and just saying, it's a fairly trafficy afternoon, about 4:30 in the afternoon.
So when
I'm ready.
Just look, because otherwise you're just like my kidney stuff.
So all right. So the first, this is like 2 weeks ago, and I'm driving. There's a school bus, in the lane on my left. So I'm dealing with that, and then there's other cars. And then I'm saying, sometimes there's cars that are in front of them, they're going at different rates of speed, and so forth. And so I'm sometimes, yeah. Well, that should be for traffic circles, actually. But so I'm driving, and I just want to get home. I'm driving. Sometimes I'm going a little faster, going a little slow, as we all do when we drive. And then as I'm driving, I hear from not behind me, but the lane, or either behind me or behind the bus that's on my left, like like this loud, incredible horn. And unlike you, when I'm driving and you're telling me, I hear a horn, it's like, Dave, it's not you. It's like 3 blocks over. It's got nothing to do with you. Just keep driving. This was like literally behind me for me. I'm like, what the fuck? What is this? So I keep driving, right? And now I realize there's somebody behind me who's got a problem with whatever the hell I'm doing.
You just pull over.
Well, it's not like, this is on like not a highway, but I mean, there's no pull over.
Yeah.
It's just, you keep going. And I'm like, you know what? This guy's behind a school bus. And I'm not going to get in front of a school. And I'm going to, and so, I'm going to go my rate of speed. And the person who is annoyed for whatever reason will have to deal. And it's sort of like I was able to sort of block him in because he couldn't go around the school and he couldn't go around behind me. So I'm just driving. And then finally we get to like a light.
He could have gotten in front of you and sped around you. Well,
eventually what this guy did, so I'm like, he's like, what the fuck? What is this? So he, suddenly I realized this guy has this outlet area where there's a side thing. So he pulls out and around and up to me, and it's warm, so I've got my window open, so I can actually hear this idiot. And it's this like fairly big black guy. So I'm already like, okay, I'm gonna die. That's I'm gonna die. And he says, why are you such a dick? Why am I such a dick? If I had a dick, I would be black. No, what do you mean I'm such a dick? And he's like, you keep breaking and making. I do this because I don't want to die in a crash. In the moment that it takes, and meanwhile he's on this side lane. He doesn't turn right; it just goes through the red light forward. And I'm glad, because I think he's going to take out a gun or something or a club and beat me to death.
But also there'll be cameras that usually, because that area is like hospitals and schools, so there's a lot of red lights.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm sure there's a lot of cameras.
I mean, it's like 3 miles away from where we are at this point. Not even.
There's cameras.
Yeah, there must. Well, and so at that moment, I look over at the school bus driver who's on my left, and I give a shrug. And he's like,
listen, the school bus driver, he's so worn down between driving and managing kids. They're probably so like worn out. You probably have to have like a flamethrower to engage them.
No, he was looking at me like, I don't know what this guy's problem was. He wouldn't, it's not like I was doing anything really crazy or wrong or dangerous. He was.
Yeah, but that area also has hospitals, and so a lot of times, like we've seen people drive really slow where we're out of there. People are getting treatment for stuff. There's some serious.
Oh, so you think the guy who did it?
Yeah,
he's just got road rage. He's just an idiot.
Well,
he's an asshole.
You have road rage too.
Oh, I do, but I don't. My dad, he would have road rage.
Yeah.
If someone did something, cut in front of him, or did really stupid, he'd like drive really close and try. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Your dad?
Sure.
I could see him getting mad, but you mean like, so if someone cut him off, he would go in front of him?
We would try and get really close to kind of, if the guy stops it, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, I get it now.
What is your problem? Don't you know what you did is dangerous, illegal, and stupid?
Yeah, but who made everyone the boss?
Well, anybody who doesn't obey the legitimate rules of the road.
Just call the police. What I would do.
Well, I didn't have the case license.
Take a picture of the license plate with my camera and then call the police.
Yeah, but by the time you get my phone, get a picture and try and get the license plate,
just remember
the light changes.
Remember it demonically. Like when I see a license plate for somebody I think who's driving badly, let's say it's like A, B, C, D, E, I would remember it and then I would just,
But in the moment, it doesn't even occur to me like get them or look for the license plate. I was just like, what the fuck was that? And then looking over at the bus driver, like, having that moment of human, like, I get you, he was crazy, I don't want that. And then just going along and hoping that he was
rammed into another car.
Well, that's what I hope. I hope he died. I hope he slammed into a fire hydrant or some because he was obviously wanting to get somewhere really bad, and I was holding him back because I can't. I'm like, if I'm braking too much for your, because I tend to, I'm like, I don't go smooth. I'm like, I pull on the brake and I go and pull on the brake when I feel like I'm getting too close.
That's your thing.
That's my way. If he doesn't like it, stay of, 4 car lanes further back
Or,
from my
you know, or
ass.
just turn to another street. It's not like it's not rural area. There are many other streets,
yeah.
right?
So honestly, I hope he gets whatever, sickle cell anemia or just cancer or
yeah.
dies or something like that. Just that piece of shit. So this is why I love driving. This is why for
Okay,
all
so
those years in New York, I
then
didn't drive.
We won't go to the,
Oh, we're
bar
going to the.
bar. No, it's too much for you. We won't.
Oh,
go.
it's 2 miles away. We're going. We're going. If I see the guy buying something there, I'll buy an ornament and smash it against his head.
Hey,
I'm just saying. I have rage too,
you do.
as you know. But and then this, I felt another totally different reason for anger in terms of a car. It was a beautiful day, which was wonderful. It was a gorgeous
Yeah.
I guess it was a Saturday or Sunday afternoon.
Sunday.
Sunday afternoon. And we go shopping
Tomorrow.
in one of our usual shopping places, and we grab food
And
at the
you had
end.
something different. You had hibachi. You loved it. You said
Right, it was
like,
good. It wasn't great. It was good. Yeah.
something hibachi, something.
Noodles and like hibachi beef.
Yeah, they gave you a salad. You were drinking your schnapps.
So I was like, okay, Joyce gets something to eat, I get something to eat. And instead of going home, so it's such a lovely day, we're like, we'll park somewhere, we'll eat in the car, and then we'll fuck. No, okay. We'll park somewhere, we'll eat in the car, and which is what we always do, because we don't go into restaurants because of
Yeah,
COVID.
but also then we all the food's hot. We
Yeah.
have beautiful scenery. You found a nice little tree-lined street.
So, well, yeah, but first we gotta find the place, because usually we're just in a parking lot. So like, no, let's not eat here. Let's find another parking lot that at least has a view. So we go zipping around, and we go behind a hotel somewhat in the neighborhood. And this hotel is tree lined on the end of it. Oh, do we have a picture? Yeah, of
Of everything.
okay. So we park and we eat, and mine is yummy and hers is tasty. You got your usual.
No, I got a Chipotle. I never
Oh,
had
it's
it.
Chipotle, right? Yeah,
They
yeah.
made up a nice like
Yeah.
salad-y,
With
wasteful.
fresh, unsweetened iced tea. I
It
should.
was delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we finish eating. I'm like, okay, because I had grading to do. She had grading and writing to do. Let's go home. It's a beautiful day. It'd be nice to stay up, but let's just go home and get our shit done. Because it was already pretty late in the day. That wasn't the Alzheimer's March day. It was
No,
the
it was
week
the
after.
week after, correct.
But
But the weather was
we
the
were out a
same.
lot.
The weather was just beautiful.
Yeah. So we wanted to, we shopped at Wegmans, we did other stuff. We went to every single store. It was like, because we wanted to extend this gorgeous day
it was
outside.
beautiful.
So by the time we finished eating, it was already like 1, 2 o'clock.
I think, because normally we get home by like noon, so we could do other stuff.
Yeah.
It was later.
So I lean forward. I'm pretty good actually. Thank you.
Coffee.
And I turn the thing for the key in the car, and like, and then nothing. I'm like, well, that's weird. When I hit something wrong, or was the car already on and I accidentally, tried to return it on while it was on? So I wait a moment, I go, and the lights go on, and so the window moves, but the lights are on, but it's not home. And I do it a couple more times, and I'm like, fuck, the car's dead. The car, this car that we've had only
Just
a
the
little over a
battery,
year.
just the battery.
Well, who knew?
Yeah.
How do I know at that
Oh,
point?
I see what you're saying. I understand.
I don't know. I'm not a mechanic. I don't know why the car isn't turning over. Maybe it was
No,
like
the
the
AAA lady said it sounds like your battery.
and she turned out to be right. But point
That
is,
AAA lady probably spends 24/7.
it's a battery.
Yes.
Remember that show, the English show we watched called the IT Crew or the IT Group?
Tell
And
me.
the first thing they always, when anybody
Oh, yes, restart your computer.
yeah, have you tried turning it off and on again? Have you tried rebooting your computer? Have you tried rebooting? Because that's 90% of the time, just reboot. Yeah, that's their job. It's like, have you tried rebooting your computer? Yeah.
But that's a good first step.
Yeah.
There's no shame in that.
So, but I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. We had such a nice day, and now we're sitting here, and the fucking car, which we had only a little over a year, is dead. So we called AAA because thank goodness, I'm a member of AAA.
Well,
No,
first
I called the wrong number
why don't
first.
you call first?
I called some dude that probably grabbed a phone number 1 digit off
Oh,
from
yeah.
AAA.
Did I tell you? So
Yeah,
the
talk
woman I called, my sister did it where she was calling her bank.
Yeah.
And the bank is like 1-800, your bank or whatever. And she dialed, no, it was 188 your bank. So
Oh,
188 your bank, they had the 888. And
yeah,
she dialed 1-800 your bank, but she gave them all the information. And then she
Right.
was like, this doesn't seem right. So they had the same number, but instead of having 800, 800, the bank had 888, they had 800.
right,
There was
and
866.
right, yeah.
So they do that. People get a number that's similar.
Exactly. So I get this guy with like the weird accent. He doesn't say AAA. He says, oh, I was like, we have a car. We're stopped, and here's my whatever. And he's like $90. I'm like, it shouldn't. I belong to AAA. Why the fuck is it gonna be $90 to give me a jump?
Yeah.
And then I realized, what is this?
What number did I
Yeah.
dial? You
And
said
I'm
that.
like, thank you very much. Bye.
Yeah.
I call, and then I called them right now. I was probably so angry and nervous.
And
I
then they
dialed
get
wrong.
they say like, what state are you? Are you safe? They ask you the
Then of
normal
course,
questions,
are you on a high? Are you
Yeah.
pulled over?
Yeah.
And amazingly, I'm so incredibly lucky. We had the windows open
Yeah.
because it was such a beautiful day
Yes.
that we weren't sitting in a car freezing. We weren't.
No. And
We're in a parking lot.
A parking lot of a hotel. So if we had to go wee
Yeah.
or doo doo, or if we needed food or anything, it's there.
Yeah.
It wasn't like we were in the back of parking lot where they were doing construction or some creepy.
If your car is going to die, the best place is in your driveway. The second best place
Yeah.
is just pulled over in the parking
Well,
lot
for
of a
you,
hotel on
it
a
would
beautiful
be-
day.
It would be right in front of the smoker at the Mission Barbecue. Those veterans probably come out and jump the car too.
Oh,
They'd be like, "Help me, sir!" And they'd be like, "Yes, would you like brisket?" And we're gonna go jump your car.
Yeah. And there were two of us. So if
Yeah.
one of us really had to, because I had to go to the bathroom,
yeah,
but I was
yeah.
holding it.
Yeah.
If there's one person and the windows you can't close,
Oh,
because in the
yeah,
old days you could roll a window up.
Yeah.
Now it's like it's all fucking electric. You can't, the button you push
Yeah.
just wasn't going. It's it. And the battery had a little bit of power to get that. So we're stuck.
Show the first
Yeah.
picture shows the place we were.
All right, then you have to
Okay.
get this loaded up again. But
Okay, I'm gonna do.
so we're parked and we call
I
AA and
want you to see because it'll
Yeah.
help you with your story.
And the woman tells us, it's like, no problem, you remember, and so forth, when you get somebody to, sounds like a battery, not an emergency.
Oh, there are a lot of fun pictures. You have to go to the end to see the hotel. You'll see the logo.
Oh, all right, yeah.
Okay.
And she says it's gonna be, she gives us a time
An
estimate.
hour and a half.
Well, yeah, like an hour and a half to almost 2 hours.
Before the car broke down, we did see the Lay's truck. That was the omen of, could be the harbinger of,
Don't show that. What?
They
No,
keep-
not potato chips. No. That's our dyslexic potato here. Is
Okay, so this is what happened before, and then the next one is the guy.
So here's
That was the harbinger.
this is a bad omen.
That was the omen of, yes, we should
Consider we
known.
have potatoes in the car.
We should have known, and we saw that was the,
If you can see, that's a Lay's truck.
that's the.
That's
omen.
bad. That's bad news. So the woman tells us like it's going to be your time estimate is like a 2-hour time estimate. Like Jesus.
Hour and a half. It was 1:30. She said by 3.
By 3, but still, you're stuck. You don't figure you're going to be sitting there, and you can't put the radio. You can't do anything
No,
because
she said, "Is there
there's no-
anything else you can do?" I said, "Can it be sooner?" That's what probably everyone asked.
yeah.
We have a
And
lot of stuff. Yeah.
but she calls up, and within about less than half an
Yeah.
hour,
Once. Yeah.
Yeah. we get the call back. It's like, oh, guy's on his way. He's on his way. And
No, he
where
called
are
and
you?
Said like,
Yeah.
where are you in the parking lot? We got out like children and waved our hands.
Yeah, well, we wanted to see because it's a hotel. There's a front, there's a back, there's a side. We're like over here.
In the later pictures, you can see the hotel, so you just pick how you want to order them.
So, and I have his permission to share these photos and
Yeah,
to
yeah.
share his name. So this guy comes. He's contracted. These places are contracted by AAA. Really a sweetheart.
Like an official distributor, like
So this is
Somebody
just
who-
Sean. What? I hope he's watching. He's actually a friend now on
he's
Facebook.
in India.
Oh, that's right. He went back this week, was it?
Yeah.
So here he is. This is me and Jashan. Because everybody takes pictures with the people who come from AAA to fix their car.
There are a lot of cute ones. Keep going, you'll show.
All right, let's see. It keeps flipping every time I turn the
Okay,
phone.
you want me to flip it? I'll
Yeah, just make it one direction,
Okay.
or if not, boys to men. Anyway, so
Look at this one.
all right,
I love that one. You look like you're waiting for a train or something.
I'm giving him a thumbs up. Yeah, and there he is, and he's a sweetheart. He was very
Yeah.
cool, very
Young
cute.
man.
Yeah, and fixed the I mean, knew it was a battery thing, tested
He's
it.
sitting on the
Yeah.
phone, yeah.
And said, no, your battery's dead. I'm like, why? We just bought the car like a year ago. How the hell is the battery dead? And
What did he
I'm a little
say?
pissed at Subaru about that. He said they don't, batteries don't really last that. And they've got so much going on with them now because people use them for
The phone.
GPS,
the
and they use them for the
sensor,
CD, and they use them for the sensors and all the stuff in the car. It says they should last X, Y, and Z, but and who knows if they gave you a real new battery when you got the car. I'm assuming Subaru did.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
So
You
they
keep
fucked us
them,
over
there's
on
no
that.
pictures.
But
I think it's because we have the phone plugged in, we have all the emergency things, and we use the CD player.
yeah, but
All
CD
the
I'll
time,
get, but
it's
yeah.
all the time in there.
Let's see what else we got here. Oh, here's our old battery. And much as I love Subaru car, like, fuck you, Subaru, for giving us this. Right?
Keep going,
Because
see more
the battery we got from AAA, which we had to pay for, it wasn't free. It was like
But
$200, and it's
guaranteed
3
for
year.
3 years.
Yeah.
You'll see the one of you and Jishan making the bad faces and the cute. You see the cute ones?
Oh, so those will be early on.
No, those were after, later.
Oh, I made the
Yeah,
sad thing
later,
when it was
yeah,
replacing.
yeah.
So here's me being really, really sad and upset that my battery's in the Subaru car.
There's the one with you. I like the fist one. You find the one shaking your fist. Yeah, it's cute.
Well, this is also me upset at car.
Yeah.
What else? What else we got here? Okay, another one. Oh, this.
Oh no. Yeah.
No, this is just Sean kind of like, okay, well, I'm fixing a car for some idiot here. And his wife just wants to take a bunch of pictures. So sure, why not? Why not?
We're harmless.
But he was really, really cool. And and we ultimately got, he fixed, and what did it take? 10, 15 minutes total?
But he was good because he was going to another place that was far away, but he's fit us
in.
Yeah, because if we would have waited for him to go to another place, we would have been waiting a long time.
Yeah. So he came, took about 15 minutes, charged us for a new battery. We tipped him, of course. And very, very happy. And thank goodness our car, our new car battery is working.
Look at this. Like you're both hammy. He's fixing the car and smiling, and you're smiling. It's like, who is more hammy? Who likes to take pictures?
Yeah, he was a big of a like, try to take my picture. Why not?
Like millennials, like you both were like so pro picture taking. It made me laugh.
So big shout out to Jashan.
Yeah, who's in probably Punjab.
Oh, I wonder.
Yeah, he's in Punjab now, probably.
So, well, he did a very fine pun job on our car. And so this is why the Lay's truck was such a horrible omen.
Yeah, they got
Lay's
scared. Yeah.
So we're gonna hold that up there and show that. Oh, and this is already when they were joining our new Sufganyot friends.
Well, we didn't have the new one we got.
Yeah. No. Latka Boy hasn't joined us yet.
Is his name? Maybe we call him Latka Boy.
I like that. I kind of do. So can you believe it's almost 10 o'clock? So now we're waiting for our friends to come and play our today, yesterday trivia quiz. Let me make sure that we're all going to be on board for this. So I haven't gotten any emails to the contrary.
Here, look, you should use this one on your show. This is the gorgeous.
Oh, this is just me looking, surprisingly attractive in a manner of speaking, for me anyway. Yeah. I don't know. It's nice when your wife finds you hot, isn't it?
Nice looking man.
Thank you.
Pump up the jam.
Let's see. I'm hearing from him. So he should be logging on.
David?
Oh, he just sent me a cartoon. So.
Oh, is it funny?
Well, I'm just gonna. Okay, so he should be. I don't have anybody in the waiting room yet, so that's why I'm a little worried because 3 different people should be joining us momentarily to play our today, yesterday trivia quiz.
So they're probably.
Yeah, but usually
I can check your phone and see.
Please do. See if anybody.
I'll check it maybe if Leslie. Well, Leslie's not playing.
Right, but she has the questions. Oh, 2 people have entered the room simultaneously.
Yay.
It's like a spit roast gangbang. Here we go. I don't even know what that means.
And I don't want
Oh, I'm so stupid.
What?
I just for not saying it.
What?
That Vicki is joining us too.
Oh.
Forgive me, Vicki. I totally forgot.
That's good.
It's wonderful.
I see a lot of Vicki on the Facebook doing a lot of her shows and punishing a lot of audience members, naughty members of the audience.
And David Sheward is here. So we got David and Vicki trying to log in. Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Welcome,
go.
welcome.
Oh.
Vicki, you're blurry. Vicki,
I
you're,
am blurry. Hold on. Not sure why. Hold
Vicki,
on.
you're amorphous.
Ah,
And welcome, David. It's so good to see you.
hello,
morning.
David.
Excuse me. Good morning.
Good morning to you. So
Let's see.
while Vicki is she's like that
There you go.
Woody Allen movie, deconstructing
You know,
Harry,
it's
where he's
like
out of
the
focus.
You know, it's like when you go to the ophthalmologist or the optician, they're like, better, worse, better,
Yeah, right.
worse.
Well, now much better. Welcome to both of you.
Blurry better, blurry better.
So we have with us in the Daverhood, David Sheward, who is, he's the former managing editor of Backstage. He's also the author of a biography of George C. Scott. He's also a theater critic for theaterlife.com, culturaldaily.com, and totaltheater.com. In fact, I saw your Facebook page. You went to the theater last night. David, what did you see?
Monty Python's Spamalot.
How is this in relation to the original Broadway musical?
Oh, it's just as good. It's the same basic. There aren't too many changes. There are one or two updated lines.
Yeah.
But it's very, very funny.
Oh, good.
Very enjoyable.
Great.
I don't think David just as good as the good review.
No, it was
Well, the original was wonderful.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I saw the original in the pre-Broadway run in Chicago in previews.
Yeah.
I saw the cow song, which was cut.
What was the cow song? And
It was a cow singing. It was a woman dressed in a cow suit singing a song.
Well,
I forget what it
it's
was.
a musical.
But they cut it right away. It was like, okay.
Well, because they didn't have money for the brass section, and the cow song had too many horns. But you know,
Or the bull.
boom, thank you. So, Vicki, how
Yes.
are you? Vicki Quade is a Chicago writer and actress, best known for co-writing Late Night Catechism, and the book Close Encounters of the
Chicago Kind.
Yes. So, how are
Yes.
you, Vicki? You look great.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I've been doing some traveling. I was in LA, the LA area, just a couple weeks ago. I did 4 performances of my Halloween show, Holy Ghost Bingo. And I was telling somebody, pre-pandemic, years ago, when people were more inclined to go to theater, you would do like a month, right? It would be easy. A month would be considered a small run. Now you're lucky you get a weekend.
Is that really true? Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh, yeah.
I
Sure.
just, no, I mean, I get it and I get why, but so here's the deal in terms of I'm waiing for,
You have some questions, right?
I
Who
have
are we waiting
some
for?
questions. I may need your phone because I never got an email from you know who. But let me just check one thing.
You're a hobo.
I did this morning. I checked everything.
Are we waiting for Leslie?
I'm waiting for Leslie because here's the deal. And I'm also waiting for Steve. Where's he? He was going to join us now. So he was also going to play the Today Yesterday quiz. I don't see him, so I'm hoping to log on.
Well, we just mandated. You might as well just give David the crown right now.
I know. Right?
Oh, by the way, thank you so much for the Carol Burnett Show book.
Oh,
David, we saw it in Wegmans, so we were, David had shopping, and we were in Wegmans in like the kids aisle. And
that's great.
A golden book about Carol Burnett. It screams David Sheward.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the back, and they have one on Lucille Ball.
Oh,
and Dolly Parton, and even Frida Kahlo.
what year is that, David? What's the copyright on it?
Let me see.
It's gotta be new. Oh, Leslie said on the way. Okay.
2023.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, if we see any of the other ones, David, we'll get them for you because we go to Wegmans quite a lot.
Okay.
Sure.
And Bob Ross. That's kind of weird.
Who? What?
Bob Ross, the painter.
Bob
Oh, my goodness.
Ross!
So
We love him.
Leslie says the questions are on the way, and I said, "Whoops, which email did you send to?" I know. Did I end in a prep? 2, you should have ran. It's texting.
Anyway.
All the questions, though, right? Or
Well,
some of
here's
them.
the deal. Leslie has volunteered because I've been really busy with the semester. You know what this is like, David. So, not having time.
I'm gonna give her your email and the text so she has the right one, just in case.
Yeah, please. Not having time to really do the proper Today Yesterday and write up all these questions. So Leslie volunteered to write some of the questions
I'll give
for
you the
this week's
Gmail, right?
quiz.
I got it.
Email, yeah. So and she was going to co-moderate and I don't know if she's going to do that. So I might be the one just giving all the questions, but some of them will be written by Leslie and some
Okay.
of them. Perfect.
Because she can cut and
Perfect.
paste it.
Yeah. So it's going to be the typical thing that you've gotten used to of 7 total questions. Well, 6 questions and a tiebreaker if we need one. I was hoping that we would have
Steve.
1/3. Yeah, Steve the Whistler, and he just sent me a cartoon like 20 minutes ago, and now
Maybe he's trying to get on.
yeah. So for now, we'll assume that we have 2 players, David versus
Yes.
Vicki, which are like 2 of our very best of the best of
Do
the
you
best
want
of best.
quiz questions? Or what kind
I'm
of-
the best at many things, but
Oh, maybe for Vicki, we could do Bible trivia. That's one of the.
Oh, that's good.
Right.
Well, I have questions. I have a couple
the
myself.
Chicago trivia.
Yeah.
I'm giving you quiz questions.
I'll do that.
So I have. Why don't we start with one of my questions, just because?
Okay.
We got to do.
Was to pick a number?
You have to do the number and all that.
Okay, but they gotta pick numbers and I roll,
Yeah.
right?
Right. So it's been several weeks since I've done this.
Yeah.
So forgive me if I'm a little off the beam here. So Vicki, please pick a number from 1 to 6.
I'm going to do 4.
Whoa, Vicki with a quattro. David Sheward?
I'll pick 3.
Very
David,
good.
usual 3. And Joyce, do you want to play or do you
No,
just want to
because
deal?
I'll
Okay.
roll Leslie's question.
So it's gonna be David versus Leslie. We got 4 and 3. Joyce is rolling a die, and we have a number 2, which was painful coming out, and another number 2, and then we have another number 2, a 5. This might take a while, folks. Another 5, 3. David Sheward, would you prefer to go first or second?
Oh, I'll go first. Why not?
Wow. David, the brave Dave.
I think David wants to get that Dolly Parton and a Lucille
Ball
Ball
book,
golden
yeah.
book.
Now, Vicki, do you want to go second or second?
I'll go second.
Second, okay.
Yes,
Good
because
choice. Yeah.
Who would be your golden book? Who would be your ideal person to read about in a golden book?
Oh,
Pretty cool.
that is pretty cool.
Like
Wow.
Mother Teresa, maybe some Elizabeth Ann Seton. I don't know.
You know, when I was growing up, we had those little books. They were little saint books, and the saints were always children. So it would be, so they were never adult saints as they were in real life. They were always portrayed as children, so that we as children could identify with them.
Even
So
Saint
it would-
Sebastian.
It would
I was
be,
just thinking Sebastian,
all
but
of
you have
them,
these
the
little
ones that are,
arrows with
oh
bells.
yeah, all of that. Would always be like, and they led this really holy life, and you could too. So,
Pin the arrow on Saint Sebastian.
And Saint Joan.
Oh,
Joan of Arc, right?
Things didn't go too well for little Joan.
yeah, but at least her story has an arc. But I don't know what that means. I'm so terrible.
I get it.
Question. It's the only one.
Unfortunately, we
No.
get it.
Interesting. Mr. Peabody never met Joan of Arc. That's kind of strange.
Oh, are you sure?
I don't think he did.
Well, who was the
Hmm.
naked one? Who was?
He did meet
who was-
Lady Godiva.
I'm checking the email.
He did meet Napoleon.
Here.
Oh well,
Your email's
yeah.
on your phone,
I've also
right?
got
Okay.
Gmail here.
Keep your email open.
Yeah, I'm trying to. She hasn't emailed yet.
Napoleon is the only historic figure who met both Jeannie from I Dream of Jeannie and Samantha from Bewitched.
Ooh.
Napoleon.
You know that Napoleon and I share a birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're both born on the same date.
Oh,
Here, I'll pull up some.
it's funny. I was once at a buffet with Napoleon. I really was, and no, he
It
was
was
having steak.
delicious.
I was having ribs, and we were just a bone apart. It was amazing. It was
Oh, I thought you were going to go for it was delicious or something, like the pastry.
Questions in Bengali, Hindi.
or you mean literally in Bengali
Yes,
language?
Who speaks Bengali or Hindi?
None of us. Nobody.
Huh?
I do have 4 questions of my own. Plus,
Well,
Oh, thank God.
Why don't we start with that? Why don't we start with that and we'll see how it goes.
It may just be those 4.
Let's see how it goes.
So David, though, this one starts, as you know, with you.
Okay,
Are you ready?
We can just-
I'm ready.
The year. Oh, it's today, yesterday, today. So, for people who don't know, The idea is a lot of these things happened on this day, November 11th in history. 1750 is the year.
1750. Okay.
Inaugurated on this date at the Raleigh Tavern in Williamsburg, Virginia,
Oh.
was the first college secret society.
Oh.
Precursor to the Greek fraternities we all know. What was the name of that very first organization? Was it A, the Golden Rule Alliance, B, the Flat Hat Club, C, the Royal Adelphia, or D, the Order of Pendo?
Huh. Interesting. I've never heard of any of those, and I'm not familiar with that. So, what college? Was it the college at Williamsburg?
Williamsburg, Virginia, the tavern. Yeah,
But
yeah.
it doesn't say what college it was or what university.
No, it does not.
All right. So it's the Flat Hat Club. Read them again.
Sure. A is the Golden Rule Alliance, B, the Flat Hat Club, C, the Royal Adelphia, or D, the Order of Pendo.
I think for some reason, I don't know, the Flat Hat Club jumps out at me. It's just a wild guess. I'm just picking. It appeals to me. I'll say the Flat Hat Club, B.
Now, Dave, is that though your
Yes,
final answer? Tim
Yes.
already knows to just do the final answer.
it is my final answer.
Well, David, the Flat Hat Club is a feather in your cap because that is the correct answer.
Oh,
Well,
just
think
a
about
guess.
the borderboard. It's the flat.
Oh,
The flatness of a hat. The last
That would have been my guess too.
What was that?
That would have been my guess too.
Well,
It made the most sense.
went
Yeah.
first, so he gets the 2 points, but well done. The
Excellent.
Royal Adelphia and the Order of Pendo were things for insurance. Like you could pay as an accountant and have insurance, many years ago. So congratulations to David Sheward, who has 2
Excellent.
amazing, wonderful points. I'm hoping to get another question from Leslie so that we have more questions from Leslie.
you could ask it in Hindi.
Yeah, I would. but I don't know.
Do
Oh, here you go. Here, these are.
you have questions?
These are just general. These are more childish, but they're fun. You
Yeah.
can scroll through. There's a bunch, and it's like 100 or 300.
Oh, you're just finding some online?
Yeah, I have a couple here that are regular.
Okay, related to the November 11th.
No, the ones mine are. These are not.
Do you want me to look for that?
Okay, this will not be for points. This is for either
Be
of
for
them.
points. That's okay.
First one who gets this gets. I don't know. What do I get?
They're not our millennial students. They will work for things other than points.
Well, all right. I guess I can make this a multiple choice. What now? I'll give Vicki the choice. Do you want to answer this question, or do you want?
Sure.
Okay, this will be Vicki's question,
All right.
and I'm making a multiple choice.
I'm gonna look.
Okay.
What color is Sonic the Hedgehog? Green, brown, blue, red.
I think he's blue. I don't know that for sure, but I think he's blue.
Well, is that your
Yeah, that's the final answer.
brown, blue? You're saying what color is Sonic the Hedgehog? You're saying blue?
Sure.
You're not hedging your bets, are you? Well done, Vicki. You've hogged the spotlight. You get the next 2 points. We have a tie game between Devin and Vicki. Vicki half the choice is picking the questions. This is good.
Now, here's a question. So that was something you just got at random from the internet?
Quite literally at random from the internet. Yes.
So there's no pattern.
No.
Not right now. No. And there's gonna
Sorry,
be.
Dave.
Was a
Not without
pattern.
placing
It
some
never worked.
questions.
So there's no sense in keeping track of the A's and the B's
Clearly.
Oh, I was wondering why you were so
to
concerned
detect a
about that.
pattern, but there isn't a pattern.
No
All right,
pain.
so let me see if I can find one more. So it's only fair that David now gets.
All right.
That
Okay.
is, hold on.
I'll give you. I hate when they give to continue reading.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give this one. Just give me a moment, folks. Oh, this is kind of reasonable. In fact, it's a fair question. I'm not gonna make a multiple choice though, David Sheward. But
Okay.
I'd like to come up with. I think, especially
You
you,
either know it or you don't.
All right. Go ahead.
I got like this one here, and then
Multitask, honey, multitask.
That's a cool bit of
I don't
trivia,
get
but
it.
yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Which American road runs from Chicago
Oh,
to
come
Los
on,
Angeles?
please.
This is David's question. David's question.
It
Which
winds from Chicago to LA. Only blah blah miles along the way. Get your kicks on Route 66. Da da da.
That's right.
yeah.
Liz.
The answer is not
Thank
that,
you,
that
David.
bad.
Everybody should know that.
Yes.
Is that, yeah, it's the final answer. Okay, Joyce, I think I've just, I think I've got enough questions now for the.
Kingman, Barstow, don't forget Winona.
We used to drive Route 66. That was the route you took.
Oh, because I have.
But
no-
David,
Yeah,
we drove Route 66, but we didn't. I mean, I don't remember Burma Shave. The Burma Shave. I mean, I was young, but I mean, other people I know who are maybe a decade older than me say
yeah.
they remember the Burma Shave signs.
Oh, Mazel tov. All right, Leslie's coming into the room
Ah,
at her usual punctual hour. She has more questions, so I'm not going to.
okay.
But until then, this is not for points.
I'm curious if anybody knew this.
All right, I want you to see
Knew what?
either of you.
What is that?
Okay.
called?
The
Yeah.
hashtag sign.
It's a hashtag
Yeah,
sign,
but
but
what's the real name? What's the real word for hashtag? Hashtag.
Oh,
Number?
Leslie,
Number?
the number sign. Yeah, I mean the number, right?
Tic tac toe?
It does look like
I think it's
tic-tac-toe.
called, and I'm not sure why it's called this. So nobody has a. No, I haven't heard the answer yet from anybody.
No, I
Well,
don't
we
know.
said no. What's the real name of the hashtag sign?
Believe it or not, it's called
The
Oh, I
octothorpe.
would not have known that.
Octothorpe, but it's not.
I would not have
There
known
aren't
that.
8 of them. There aren't 8. It's 9, not 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good morning,
Uh,
Leslie.
One.
What's that about, huh?
Good to see you. Leslie, you need to unmute your mic.
Unmute yourself.
It's as it always, as ever, right? I am as I ever have been.
Oh, it says the octothorpe is another name for the pound sign. Why is it called?
Oh, the pound sign.
Yeah.
Count the number of prongs. 2, 4, 6, 8. It has
Oh.
8. It has
Oh.
8.
Very
My
good.
goodness, people.
Oh, Leslie, you're so
3, 4,
smart.
5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, you're right.
No, I'm
Oh,
a
wow.
child. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's how.
Very good. So he's
So
pronged
anyway.
the Thorpe.
So here's the deal, Leslie. Welcome. You're looking great. I love the hat. You know, I love the nice look. No, seriously, you're looking good. How you feeling?
I'm leaving as soon as we do this, just so you know.
All right, well, let's get it done. We've started the quiz already.
Oh,
We've
okay.
thrown in a couple of extra questions, but now we're getting back to the questions that you've got and some of the questions that I've got. I think we're only going to have more than 7. It's going to be pretty messed up.
You're up to number 7 already?
No.
Wow.
I'm saying we already now, probably because things got twisted out of shape, we're going to have more than 7.
That's fine.
So-
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just tell me how many of mine you need.
So Leslie, we need
Yes.
a question from you for Vicki. So, are you going to read it or am I going to read it?
I'd like to read it since,
Yeah.
well, if
Go
I can stay on Zoom and find it, so that's
Go
the
right
problem.
ahead.
Go ahead. See if
I
we
have
can.
one of your questions sort of on a phone.
Here, I found them. This was the problem. I couldn't get this son of a bitch to work. Okay, I got it.
Just like your husband. There we go.
Not a son of a bitch anymore. Oh, don't even talk about getting my husband to work. That's another story. But anyway, the bastard's dead. Okay, let's go.
All right.
Would you rather have change the letter or have 3 clues in the news?
It's up to you, Leslie, because you're the.
Yeah,
No,
You're
Vicky.
fine.
Vicky
And
is
it's Vicki's question.
Vicky's question.
it
Which would
doesn't
you-
matter.
Okay, 3 clues in the news, Vicky.
All right. Okay. Let me.
And you
grab
know how
the
it works, so I don't have to explain it, thank God. And I don't have a potato to explain it with anyway. Word 1 is media,
media.
MEDIA.
Mm-hmm.
Second word is break, BREAK.
Okay.
And the third word is network, NETWORK.
And it relates to something in the news.
In the news, yes.
That works.
Okay. If you don't get it right away, you almost don't get it.
hit or
You,
miss.
you want to know something? It's harder to make them up than it is to do them. I'll tell you.
Amen. Amen,
network.
Leslie.
Right.
I give much credit to David. I always gave him credit, but I give him much credit more now.
Thank you, Les.
It's always the walk in my shoes, right? Once you do it, you're like, crap, that's hard. Yeah.
Wow. Media.
I think you're right, but I'm not sure.
When you're right, you're right. When you're not, you're
Break.
not.
Break. I was thinking breakfast, but you know, the fast doesn't work with the rest of them. Break. Lunch break. Lunch media. Media lunch. Network lunch.
That's thinking of lunch. I think you're thinking.
Dinner break. Breakfast break. Oh no, that's not gonna work. Media. Oh, something in the news. So what happened in the news? That's what I should be thinking of. Something with the media and the networks.
Overthinking. We're all overthinkers. Don't overthink it.
Yeah, don't overthink it.
Easier said than done.
David Sheward, do you know it yet?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I have a guess, but I'm not
Well,
sure.
all we ever have is guesses, right? I mean,
Network. So what happened? Huh. Then I think of the movie Network. But again, I am overthinking it.
very, very much, but you know,
Breakthrough.
I thought I was giving you an easier question. When you hear my other question, you'll be very glad I gave you this one. I think.
A breakthrough, a break. Media through media, network through. Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm really having. This is a hard one for me. I'm trying to think what happened in the news.
Take a guess, or do you want to do like nuns for
Plug
fun?
yourself. Plug yourself.
No, that's okay. No, I'd rather get it, but I'm just having a hard time. It's so silly. Media conglomerate, but conglomerate doesn't work with break.
On the right track.
We just lost
media channel break. Channel break. Channel. I'll say channel. It doesn't make any sense at all.
Final answer, Vicki?
Sure. And we lost Leslie.
No, I'm coming right back.
Oh, okay.
I'm back.
So, Leslie, is that the correct
It is not.
Is what the correct answer? I didn't hear it.
Channel.
No, but I see how you could get there.
All right.
So,
Go ahead, David.
Okay.
So David, take a shot.
All right. I'm not quite sure about this, but what leaps to mind is either big or news.
We'll make a choice.
Because news media, news break, news network. I'm going to say
it has to be news. Yeah.
And I was thinking the only thing that comes to mind that was in the news this week was that the SAG-AFTRA strike was settled. Are you a member of SAG-AFTRA, Leslie?
No, I'm not. I'm a member of Equity. I never did any more extra work just to get my card. So I never not being a star quality person. I never bothered.
I did some extra work, but it was all non-union. It was only on one movie.
You know, I belong to AFTRA, and I could buy into Equity, and that was all I cared about.
Is one thing now.
What? No, but
yes, but not back in my day. It wasn't.
Right,
they were separate.
All right. So I'll say news.
And you are right.
But
why? But why? Now that's only one point. You have to tell me why.
Because the SAG-AFTRA strike.
No, that's not the reason.
Oh, I don't know. What's the reason?
News in the news, Les. What's the
What's the news?
What's the news? Well, Rupert Murdoch of Fox News and News Corp.
Yes.
Is stepping down.
Oh, okay.
This month. And this month is ending. He promised he'd do it in November, and he hasn't done it yet. So it's imminent.
Good question. Well done, David. Sure, you have 6 points on the board already. That's quite amazing. But what
Yes.
He's not out of the picture yet.
And Murdoch will be in an off-Broadway play as a character.
Absolutely.
A play called
How I
Corruption.
ran a multi-conglomerate.
Yeah, it's called Corruption.
I love it.
So now
Are
here's
Are you writing the
bad-
script, David?
No, that's a real play. It's really happening.
Yeah, on Broadway.
Oh, well, we saw one already. We saw one about Murdoch when he was young.
Ink.
Ink,
Yeah.
I love that. I love that play.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. Bad news for Vicki in the sense that you missed that question. So David, I think, gets his next question directly.
Of course. What did I say in the beginning?
Just to
I'm
travel
sorry,
and-
Vicki, I'm sorry. It would have
No,
been any better
No,
if I
no,
given
I
you a
thought
different-
I was overthinking it. It was so simple.
Yeah.
Don't think deeply, Vicki. That's the key to success.
Yeah.
But you did exactly what I hoped you'd do, and you went from break to breakfast, because
Yeah.
break, that was the tricky one. I thought
Yeah.
it's very difficult because you have to make sure that that it's not too simple, and
And it's not
Yeah.
too complex.
Yeah.
yes, exactly.
Excuse me.
It wasn't truly complex, but there was a word
No,
in
it was,
there.
fair. It was completely fair question. Leslie, I'll give you
Oh, of
the
course.
next question, but this one goes directly to David again. Well, directly to David. Yeah.
Oh, you're going to give me the next question as
Yeah. I'll
well?
give you- yeah. That was,
Okay,
It's for fun.
David, yours is a regular ABCD question. If I can get
Okay.
it back up on my
Alrighty.
screen. I have it on my screen. I'm using my phone and my computer, and trust me, I'm not good enough to do this. There it is. Okay.
Talk about big media.
I know. I feel like, I could rule the world if I could just figure out how to do this. Okay, here we go. This is not a theater question. I
Right.
didn't come up with a theater question. I figured
I'm
I'd do
ready.
that one of the next times. Wait, I have to get the question.
All right.
Sorry, it's
All
not,
right.
the thing is not working properly.
I'll just
Oh, son of-
Octothorpe.
Son of a bitch.
I'll just Octothorpe. I
remind
think
you-
I think I'll name my first child Octothorpe.
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 Will it have 4 arms and 4 legs?
Yes. Yeah.
You remember the Octomom?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like 12 kids eventually. Oh, no.
Some-
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
eventually, but okay, I've got it.
All right.
All right. Born today, November 11th, 995 AD, 995 AD, was Gisela of Swabia, daughter of Gerberga of Burgundy. Which one of these facts is false about Gisela of Swabia? Number 1, the first of her 4 marriages when she was just 17 was to Bruno of Brunswick in 1002. But we don't talk about Bruno. No, no, no. Question B, she became
Oh,
empress.
I just got that. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, I thought it was funny.
I just got it. Okay.
It would have been better if I could sing, but I can't even talk
I
right
just
now.
got that. Okay.
Oh, good. Well, thank you for getting it. Okay. She became empress of the Holy Roman Empire in 1026 when she married her 3rd husband, Emperor Conrad II. In 1027, Gisela was crowned empress in St. Peter's Basilica, after which she and the emperor walked to the Basilica of the Santi Quattro Coronati, that's Santi Quattro Coronati, the 4 holy saints, as was the custom of the day.
Is this the third question? Or are we still on the second choice?
No, this is the 3rd choice.
Third choice. All
Yeah,
right.
for reason
First, she
again,
got first.
Yeah.
She was crowned. The first was she became empress
Right.
because. Okay, the final question, question D.
Final selection.
The tall, 5'8" blonde former empress had 8 children from her 4 marriages, several of whom were still alive to mourn her passing on Valentine's Day, February 14th, in 1043.
So which is false?
Which is false. Would you
Which
like
is-
me
Don't
to-
ask, don't, you know what? Here's the thing. I was hoping the question would be about Burgundy.
I
Which
know,
one
but I
was
can't.
it?
I thought of that after I wrote all of these, and it would have been much easier. for me.
Oh,
I
how
was thinking-
ironic. Oh, I see. Okay. All right. So
Yes. No, she's right. I should have done that, but I didn't think of it till I had done
okay,
all of this.
then you'd be real tangential. That's what the show should be called, Tangents. So number 1 is her first of her 4 marriages was to some guy named Bruno.
Right.
And that's when and the second is that she was crowned empress.
No, she became the empress by marrying Emperor Conrad,
She
who
became
was her
the
3rd husband.
And what was the third? And the third one was
The
she.
3rd one is in 1027. She was crowned in St. Peter's Basilica after which she and the emperor walked to the Basilica of the Santi Quattro Coronati, as was the custom of the day.
And the last one is she had 8 children, some of whom survived to celebrate her, to be with her on her death on Valentine's Day,
To celebrate her death.
which is also Jack Benny's birthday. All right, let's see.
How do
Well,
you know?
that's what-
Oh, yes, you knew that. Yeah.
You're
I
right, I should have done Burgundy. They would have been easier to read too.
The names are
Oh,
great.
God. this is
Gerber,
so-
Wine and cheese. I could have done wine and cheese
I
question.
never heard of this woman. Bertha, was that her name?
No, Gisela. Her name was Gisela.
Gisela.
Her mother's name was Gerberga, which I thought was wonderful.
Gerberga. Did she used to be on your hit parade with
Yes,
Gazelle
she was.
McKenzie?
Gerberga.
Gerberga.
But her name was Gisela.
I think my streak on this is coming to an end because this is like Empress trivia or something.
I'm sorry.
No,
I got
I'm
carried
sorry, but
away.
that's
I'll think about Burgundy next time.
That's the whole point, to make it as difficult as possible.
Remember, Leslie is a letter observer, so Leslie goes by.
And
the-
I just was watching a YouTube clip of the new Napoleon film where
Oh,
Oh,
what's her name gets Josephine
yeah.
gets crowned. All right, so I'll say that. Okay, the walk to the basilica sounds too true. It's too mundane to be made up. So it's the 8 children sounds plausible also, since people didn't live as long in those days. How many of them did you say survived?
I don't know. It just said some.
Some. Okay. Well, a lot of people died early in those days.
She was 53. Yeah,
okay.
several of her children died very young.
All right. So it's either one
That's
or 2.
true.
And there's no pattern here because you're doing it separately, and we got some from the internet, so there's no pattern. I'm going to go with B, that she was crowned empress, or she became empress by marriage when she married Conrad.
So you're saying that one's false.
I'm going to say that one's false. I'll bet there's no Conrad, that she made that up.
It's not
Well,
only Conrad, it's Conrad II.
Okay. Well, okay. I'll say B. Now,
Are you going to take a swing at it?
No,
well, you have to tell.
wait,
Well,
is
first,
that,
David
was
has
that
to-
false?
David has to do the final answer first. The little.
Final
Oh,
answer?
I'm sorry. No, that's wrong, David. Sorry.
He has to do the musical thing.
Yeah,
Da,
that's
da, 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 da,
No,
da.
you know the thing that David does. This isn't
Oh,
Jeff.
David's thing. I can't do that. I'm sorry.
No, but David has this little xylophone. He's going to
yes,
do it.
I
Then
got it
David
right
has
here.
to do the xylophone for me. I have no xylophone.
Okay, he just did it.
You have
Okay.
to have control
And
of
it's
it.
wrong.
And
You're
I'll give
wrong,
It's
David.
wrong.
I'm wrong. Okay, that's
All
All right.
chaos.
So I get it. I get
A,
it.
C, or D.
All
You
right.
want me to read them again?
no, please.
No.
No, please, no, don't read
No.
them again.
I'm gonna say the walk is false, because that's what we're looking
And-
for.
And you're right.
All
Oh,
right. Oh, okay. So much for the accordion. All right, we've got
I made that up completely. There,
oh,
Excellent.
Leslie.
Yeah, that's good.
but it sounded good, didn't it?
it sounded
did
good.
sound really
it sounded
good.
so boring that it sounded true.
I know. That was what I was going for.
Well done, Leslie. Who fooled me too?
Excellent.
Because I saw that question yesterday, and I went for the obviously boring one. I was wrong.
No, the question was very different yesterday.
Oh, we lost you,
David.
Leslie. We're looking at there
No,
you
no,
are.
no.
There's
I'm
a
trying.
rewind.
I'm trying to get back to my question. I have one more question, but I remember
Let
it,
me-
so
let
that's
me-
fine.
Let me do a question or two, and then we'll get
Yeah,
back to
go,
Leslie.
go. Can I
What's the
guess on
score?
your questions if nobody else gets it? Because I haven't seen your question.
All right, fair enough. If-
What's
if-
the
if-
score, David?
I think it's 6-2.
I think it's
I have
6-4.
my back for a minute.
Excuse me, David. I believe I have 4 now.
No, they've been getting a lot of these. So there were 2 steals. So
Oh, that's right. That's right.
points to David and 4 points to Vicki. It's actually a very
You're right.
close game. So,
So it's
Leslie,
6-4.
yeah, this question
Okay,
goes.
I forgot about the other question. Sorry.
Sure.
Vicki, you can tie this up with this question that goes directly to you. So,
Oh, okay.
and if neither you nor David gets it, I'll hold off and let Leslie try and answer this one. But
Oh, excellent. Okay.
one of you is gonna get it. So,
All right.
born today in 1922, November 11th, 1922, Vicki is in Indianapolis. Is iconic novelist Kurt Vonnegut. best known for such masterworks as Cat's Cradle and Slaughterhouse-Five. He wrote a dozen more novels, including all of these, but which?
Except,
Which is
Oh,
not.
no, except for one, is that it?
What is
all
the
of
false?
your
What is the
novels-
false?
Right.
What is the false Vonnegut novel?
Okay.
Is
Go
it
ahead.
A, Hocus Pocus, B, Dead-Eye Dick, C, Pinball, D, Galapagos?
Boy, I liked Vonnegut too. Jeez. Hocus Pocus, Pinball, Galap. And what's the last one?
I'll read them in order again. Is A,
Right.
Hocus Pocus, B, Dead-Eye Dick, C, Pinball, D, Galapagos?
That's a tough one. Pinball.
Is that your final answer?
Sure.
Wait, let me make noises. Pinging back and forth.
Doesn't that work anymore?
Yeah, of course it does. This is why. Yeah.
Then why don't you make the
I'm trying to
noises?
do like a pinball on the,
Oh.
like it's bouncing around from.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. Because Vicki, you are correct. Pinball was not a Kurt Vonnegut novel.
Yeah, I
Pinball
knew
was a
that.
novel- Anybody, I'll throw this one open.
But
Anyway,
didn't someone write one called Pinball? I forget that there was a
Oh,
book.
Jersey Kaczynski.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Holy crap.
David.
Yeah.
Wow, he should get a point just for that.
Well, no,
No.
it doesn't, but well
I'm
done.
sorry, Vicky, I was just being,
No.
And
I'm
I
very
read it.
generous with points and not.
Was it any good? It's supposed to be not one of his better ones. Is it? Was it
I
good?
don't remember exactly. I went through a period where I read a lot of his books, and they were all
Right.
very similar, all very dark and
The Painted Bird was genius. I love that.
yes. All were very, very dark.
Yeah. Well done. Well, actually, well done, Vicki. You got the 2 points on that.
Oh,
Well,
Very good, Vicky.
It's your birthday.
so we have a tie game. This is amazing. Before we even have our
It's
tiebreaker,
amazing.
Yes, it's amazing.
this
Shocking.
Leslie, do you want to do the next question for David Sheward directly? See if we can have this.
Sure, but is it a tiebreaker?
Well, not yet.
No.
I
Not
think-
yet.
Just a question. Okay,
Just a question, yeah.
this is the last question I have. I only did 3 questions.
Yeah.
It's a change a letter, change
Okay.
one letter.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna not have the rhyme because I can't find it on the machine. I'll try to give you a rhyme to go with it. I had a rhyme. We'll see if I can make it up again. Okay.
All right.
Your internet flows through this. Change one letter, and this might give you a kiss.
Oh. Your internet flows through this.
Your internet flows through this.
Change one letter and you might get a kiss.
Kiss? You might get a kiss? Is that it? What you say?
You might
All right.
get a kiss.
Oh,
Change
well,
one
wait a
letter.
minute. All right. Well, what? All right. I'm just going to have to think this out. The first part that comes to mind is ether. But I don't. But pucker. Pucker will be the second one, but the internet flows through this. There's Wi-Fi and hi-fi, but that doesn't make sense to get a kiss. I'm trying to figure out there's something with ether. Ether. You can't change a letter in ether and have it make sense, so it's not ether.
Actually, I just thought of something that would work with that, but that's not where I went.
Okay. But Wi-Fi and a kiss. Wi-Fi, Sky-Fi. You might get a kiss. The only thing I can think of is, pucker.
Or mother. You
and
might get a kiss from
mine-
your mother, but that's changing 2 letters. That's adding a letter.
Yeah.
It doesn't, you have to
Ether.
change one letter.
Ather. Oh, other, ether and other?
No,
Ether and other. Well, don't say no because
Actually, legit
no,
thing.
sorry, I'm not used to being on that side. I'm sorry.
The
host-
internet flows through
this. It flows
This.
through
this.
The ether.
No, just get this question right. Your internet flows through this.
Uh-huh.
Just make sure, because I think you're adding and changing things, and then when you
The
go back,
internet flows through this.
This. Change one letter and you might get a kiss. Oh. Computer and mom. The only thing about the kiss part is maybe flirt, hurt, curt, skirt, flirt, flirt. I'm just gonna say ether and other. I don't know. That's my guess.
no, that's not.
Not it. Okay,
Is that your final answer?
that's my final answer.
Les,
that-
you.
No, that's not.
That is a
That's,
good answer, actually, but,
Okay. All
no,
right,
it's
go
not.
ahead.
Vicky,
So Vicky.
Vicky, anything?
Oh, I'm thinking might get a kiss. I'm thinking candy, but then I can't think what the internet would flow through. The internet flows through wires, but I can't think. It does flow through the ether. It flows through the internet, flows through. Well, it also flows through your box.
oh, that could work. That might actually, well, sure, oh.
David, you're not supposed to help.
I was stumped by this too, but
I don't
that's
know.
another one that's. has
Might
that
get a
option.
kiss. Okay, I don't know. A kiss and a bon, B-O-N, like a bun, like a little candy. That's it. That's what I got. I don't know. What is it, Leslie?
Is that your final question? Is that your final answer?
Yes.
All right,
I have to let David do his thing. David, do your thing.
Yeah, let me do my thing. I will do my thing. Okay,
Okay.
Leslie, box and I was thinking box and boy, because that would work too. You got.
Did you not read my question? I sent
I
you
never
this
got,
question.
no, and Leslie,
You might get a
first question,
kiss.
I never got your other ones, so.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I emailed both of them to you last
I don't know
night.
what
Sorry.
that's used, yeah.
Oh, I wondered why you were guessing. You were so close on the boxing. What's the box called?
Router and powder, I thought, but that's not.
It's
No.
a router.
The router.
Yeah.
If it's not a router, what is it?
Modem.
Yep, modem is the first one.
Modem,
And podum.
madam,
Motor?
madam,
You might get a kiss.
Modem.
Moat.
Codum.
Golem? Golem?
Gollum.
Fuck 'em up.
Melum, Milam, Malum, Molam, Malum,
Melum.
Milum. Malim.
This is fun. I have to say, this is more fun than taking it is giving it.
a
On
model,
the street. I don't know.
model, MODEL.
Yes. Yes, model. That's the one. Okay.
Modem
It's
and a
modem and model. I looked it up carefully to find out what the fuck the modem did because I wasn't sure myself. Your internet data flows through the modem, and I would have put data in, but I forgot because I was doing.
I've
How
never
does-
gotten a kiss
how-
from a model, Leslie.
How does modeling get you a kiss?
A model might give you a kiss.
You're gonna get a kick in there.
Well, what model gives us kisses? I don't know.
Wait, so it was
A model person might give you a kiss.
Oh, okay. All right, fair
that
enough.
doesn't quite. It's but the way the rhyme was change one letter and you might get a kiss, meaning that you'd have to do something in order to get the kiss.
It doesn't mean that the model might be standing there giving out kisses to the audience. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
I
No,
think
but
box
then
and
it
boy
should have
is a good
It should
one.
have
Yeah.
changed one letter into something that might change one letter, and you would get something that might give you a
And-
kiss.
And you
Ether
might
and
get a
other,
kiss.
box
You
and
would get
boy.
the kiss from the model.
Oh, here's Steve. Hello, Steve.
Being
That's
the
kind of
listener, man. Where you been?
I don't know.
Welcome to the insanity here.
That's a stretch. I don't quite buy that. but-
Okay, I'm new to this. I tried. I couldn't come up with anything.
The
It was like
modem and
midnight.
model is a great pair of words.
Yes,
but I
it
didn't
is,
get
it
the modem and model is really good.
Leslie, you should understand.
Yes. All right.
I should what? Wait a minute. I should what, Vicky? I mean, Joyce?
You're living
Vicki
in
said it.
you're writing questions for a bunch of academics, critics, and critical thinkers.
Oh, right, sure, uh-huh. It took me 2 weeks to get these 3, for Christ's sakes, come on.
We
So-
appreciate it. We appreciate it.
We
Yeah.
do.
Well, I'm glad, I had fun doing it, I don't know if I wanna do any more, but it was to get,
It's-
it was to
yeah.
just kickstart this show, because I really liked the quiz, I like doing it, and I missed
But-
it, so.
It actually, for a first time, it was really, really well
They
done.
were
Les.
great.
So,
Yes, yes.
But,
Well, I will-
Excellent.
I will remember Vicky's suggestion of Burgundy, because that's what I should have done, I mean, that's the way it's supposed to go.
Tangential,
Burgundy,
yes.
I know it's tangential. I got so, when I saw Gerberger of Burgundy, I couldn't leave it alone. I'm sorry. That's our actual name, Gerberger of
see,
Burgundy.
Leslie, if you had written the question about Burgundy, it would prove you were well read.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
I get it.
That's, yeah.
But bump.
Colorful answer.
Are you
Let's
saying
talk about-
are you saying one has to be drunk to write these
basically?
instructions? Yes, I got it now. That's what I didn't do. Okay, you didn't
Yes.
tell me that
Welcome
part.
to the Daverhood. Rather late, but good to see you. We have with us a man who is a competitive what a show. A man who is a competitive whistler, who has been with us in the Daverhood many, many years ago and a couple of times since. It is a
I
delight
did.
to see Steve the Whistler Herbst. Steve, how are you?
I'm fine. I had some trouble getting in because Facebook wasn't working on my laptop, and I wanted to use my laptop as opposed to my phone.
Hello, Steve. Welcome to my world.
So
So, Steve, is that a real backdrop, or do you have? Because I love the bookcase. Is that really your room that you're in front of, or is that one of the Facebooky backdrops? Or-
It's funny, my day job is psychotherapist,
Mm.
and I've actually had clients say, "Mr. Herbst, have you read all those books?" The answer,
Oh, they are real.
It's wallpaper.
Oh my God, it is. Whoa.
oh, it is wallpaper. Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
He's a psychiatrist. So I think
see, I have that on the wall because behind that wall are plaques and trophies that I've won as an international grand champion whistler, member of the Whistlers Hall of Fame. And it's not appropriate for my psychotherapy clients to be asking me about that stuff. So this is,
So they ask you about the books instead, right?
well, actually, most of the time, only 1 or 2 have asked me that. The rest of them just, talking about all their
Right.
problems and issues, which is what I'm here for.
So, Steve, it's great that unfortunately because you're like 40 minutes late, I can have you play the tiebreaker when that comes.
Tiebreaker.
But we have one more question that goes directly to one of our other
why don't
contestants.
you have it that Vicki or David could use Steve as phone a friend? So if they have trouble, they can call him and he can help.
Oh, I love that. I
He can
like that a
help.
lot.
Well,
So you
I
can-
didn't hear what that. I didn't hear that.
All right, so here's the deal. The next question, I think, I don't even know who the hell the question goes to.
It goes to me.
It goes to Vicki. Goes to
And we
Vicki.
have a tie game. So this is not the
This is
tiebreaker. This is
No.
one question before the tiebreaker. So Vicky, you if that's okay with you, yeah.
If Vicki or David need help, they can reach out to Steve
right?
for
Well,
psychological
or me, I'm sitting here
Oh,
too.
Leslie's there too. Yes.
questions. So she's barred. She's.
Well, this is hard. Miss my question. She doesn't know this one.
It's,
So tell you
I
what,
wouldn't do it on my question.
and so everybody can confer because it's a free for all anyway. And you can ask anybody. You can go out on the street, shout out the fucking window, if you're here to help with this question. Whatever you need to do.
Vicky, are you prepared to turn over a new leaf?
Then I'm bump.
Yeah, if you think my jokes are bad, ladies and gentlemen, we do have Steve the Whistler Herbst here. It's one of the reasons we get him.
It's
Steve,
been a colorful morning. That's all I have to say.
Oh, yes.
now, Vicky,
Yes.
this is important now because
This is it. Yes.
if
Ask
you get
it.
the question right, you will win the game, and we'll have.
If I get it wrong, David can steal.
That is correct. So here we go.
All right.
The year was 1930.
All right.
And on this date, November 11th, first invented in 1926, but patented on this date in 1930, is a refrigerator specially designed by Albert Einstein and his former student, Leo Szilard.
Wow.
Oh.
It had no moving parts, an improvement over pump run fridges that would leak toxic gases and kill a whole family, which they did back in that day. So the Einstein-Szilard fridge was not a commercial success, partially because the Nazis came to power and also because other inventors started using Freon. Still, their refrigerator was reliable and safe, and it used electromagnetic fields instead of pumps to manage 3 chemicals: water,
Oh.
ammonia, and which of these?
Okay.
A, xenon, B, nitrogen, C, fluorine, D, butane.
Ooh. Wait, so there
What
were
was the
3.
first
What was
one?
the other 2?
The ones that were in the fridge were
Ammonia?
water, ammonia,
Oh, water. Okay.
and this third one.
Water, which would take the ammonia. Okay, sure. The gas.
That's just,
Hmm.
I had meat for breakfast, so sorry about that. Yeah.
Sounds
Xenon.
cool, whatever it was.
Xenon. I don't know xenon. Fluorine. No. Butane. Nitrogen.
So is that your, further, do you want to phone a friend, or is that your final answer?
I'm guessing.
She seemed confident on that one.
So are you going with?
I'm going with nitrogen.
Well, Vicki, although we all think you're a nitro genius, that is
Not right.
Not
Okay.
the correct answer.
All right, David, your turn.
Okay. So what are the remaining choices?
Okay, so this refrigerator by Einstein and Szilard,
Right.
electromagnetic fields that worked with 3 chemicals: water, ammonia, and A, xenon, C, fluorine, D, butane.
I want to hear more about the families that were killed by their refrigerators.
My grandfather almost was.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The gases escaped or something, and
Yeah, he fell asleep and the thing broke and he didn't know because he was already asleep.
wow.
The fire department came. We didn't know what the hell happened. We
At least
weren't
his
home.
body was cold and preserved. If it
Wow.
No,
Was this during the Grover Cleveland administration?
no, it was it was we were living in a barracks because my father was in the army, but he was going to school. And
Oh, okay.
it was an old refrigerator.
Oh.
You know, that was the point.
I see.
It was nobody could afford a real good refrigerator.
All right. So xenon, fluorine, or butane. Now butane, I don't think it's butane because that sounds dangerous, and
Yeah.
especially with ammonia, and that would be even worse than the other
Yeah.
refrigerator.
Right. Right.
I was like, so I xenon, I have no idea. I always chemistry is not a subject I do well in.
Fluorine?
I'm gonna say fluorine.
is that your final
Sure.
answer?
Sure.
Well, David Sheward, I have to say your answer floored me because it's wrong. That's not the correct answer, I'm afraid, David Sheward. So we have a sort of a opportunity for Stephen. You have 2 options. Was it,
butane or xenon.
I gotta go with xenon.
is that your final answer?
Yes.
Well, no help there from Xenon the warrior. I'm afraid.
It's butane.
Really?
Wait, it's my turn.
What is it, Leslie?
Could it be butane? Is it possible? I don't really know chemistry, but could it be butane?
Could be.
Butane is bad. Butane's what's in cigarette lighters.
Yeah.
But I guess it doesn't combust with ammonia or water, so maybe that's what.
That was weird. That's why I thought it wasn't. I thought, no, it can't be.
Excuse me.
None of
That
us.
is
One of the first questions I got wrong, this is in like elementary school or something about chemistry, was what things can't go together. And it never occurred to me that ammonia and bleach would be a problem.
Oh, boy.
Of course there's no.
Have you never smelled those fumes?
I know what ammonia smells like.
No, but the two together, I was cleaning something with the two of them, you could fall flat on the floor.
No, but
Yeah.
oil and water is just, they don't mix,
They
but it's
don't
no big deal. You can pour oil on water, it just, they separate. But if you put bleach and ammonia together, you get like a smelly, bad, scary
Why would
explosion
you do
thing.
that? You never clean.
Okay.
You never clean.
Now you
Then-
see, I had a good excuse for not knowing the right answer.
Why
You
was
never
that?
clean?
I went to a private school for ninth grade.
Mhm.
And I
Okay.
transferred to a public school in 10th grade.
Uh-huh.
And all of my classmates had taken chemistry in ninth grade.
Oh.
But I had taken something else. And then when I
Oh.
transferred in as a
Mhm.
sophomore, I stuck with my classmates. So I never actually studied chemistry in school.
Lucky
Wow,
you.
how is it ever? Wow. Wow, I didn't mind it. I liked chemistry.
And
Yeah.
so that
Stephen, I got a better one. I never went to the 5th grade. I did the 4th grade twice because I moved from St. Louis back to New York, and I had already done the 4th grade, but I was too young and they wouldn't put me forward. And then they put me in a new school, and the principal talked to me and said, she can go to the 6th grade, it's okay. But in the 5th grade, they teach Roman numerals.
Hmm.
So I didn't know Roman numerals my entire life. And then I wound up as a single mother with a baby, and I wound up going to teach. And I wound up teaching 5th grade, and I didn't know Roman numerals. I had to learn Roman numerals so I could teach them. I thought that
Happened
was
when you
very
were
funny.
6 o'clock. I mean, it's like, gee, what's that weird
No,
thing?
I knew, but I didn't know 500. I didn't know
Uh.
MM. I didn't know any of those. And
You
I
would
had
if you went to
teach them.
Catholic school.
Yes,
And,
Those nuns taught that.
Most kids
right.
start school at age 5, right?
yes,
Kindergarten, age 5. Right?
yes. But it depends on when your birthday falls. If your birthday
Well-
falls between in the first half of the year, you're considered the age. And if it falls in the second half of the year, you're considered a year younger.
Well,
That's
I
how
don't
they-
know. I was born in the first half, and somehow my mother got me into kindergarten at age 4. So
Yeah.
I was always a year ahead.
Yeah,
Right.
me too. Yeah, I was also
Yeah.
a bit
Well,
young.
I was a year ahead until I came back to New York and they put me back in the 4th grade.
So I graduated high school at 17 instead of 18, and
No. I graduated at 16. Ha ha ha. So there.
Well, actually, if you
okay, you win.
And I entered college. And I entered college at 16. So there you go.
Wow.
if
So,
you go-
So what are we doing now, David?
What are we,
You're
well,
doing
we're trying to tell a joke, but I'm going to leave that joke go. And instead,
I'm sorry, did we kill your
have the
joke?
tiebreaker.
The tiebreaker. Okay, we need a piece of paper.
I was just going to say that, with that bleach and ammonia combination, would Trump tell us to inject it into our vein?
I know.
All right. Now, here's the deal. We still have a tie game between David Sheward and Vicki Quade and our
Shocking.
quiz here on Dave's Gone By. So, and by the way, you're watching Dave's Gone By live on this November 11th, Saturday, 2023. It's our 917th episode. So, welcome. And the Today Yesterday quiz is a trivia quiz. We have a tie, and we have one last, it's a real tiebreaker this time.
It is. It really is.
And what's going to happen here is, I'm going to sort of split this up in a real way. Now, Steve, you can play, but you can't say the answer. So if neither of them gets it, you can kind of weigh in. Same with you, Leslie, actually. But,
Okay.
no, Leslie, you can't, because you know what this tiebreaker is.
Oh.
Here's the deal. It's 1 point for one of the answers, 1 point for the other. So
Okay.
it's a spaghetti kind of tiebreaker. The
Okay.
year was 1906.
All right.
Born today in Dusseldorf is this outrageous comedian, monologist, and Holocaust survivor, whose TV appearances span from Merv Griffin to 16 visits to David Letterman. He also held court for decades at such Greenwich Village venues as the Cafe Bazaar, the Magic Townhouse, and the 13th Street Repertory. Name him 1 point for his stage name and 1 point for his real full name.
Tricky.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, that's it. And that's the question.
1906.
Born
Born
in
in
1906.
Dusseldorf.
Yes.
Okay.
I know David has at least one of the answers. I don't know if you have the other. Maybe.
You don't know, you assume.
I'm assuming yes, that's true. So Vicky's taking
And frequently on Letterman.
yes.
Excuse me.
Thank you very much.
1906. It's probably something really simple, and I just can't.
Or it may be someone you haven't heard of, Vicky. I don't know. That's quite honest. It might be something of a New York thing.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Hmm.
Although in the early part of this person's career, it wasn't just New York. So
Hmm. Hmm. 1906. Dead now.
maybe, yeah, well, yes.
World's oldest living comedian.
Who was-
No, good.
so Vicky, how are you doing?
Did she say Ovid?
I have no idea. I am just putting in an old comedian. Go ahead.
So you got something down, Vicky? And you got something
Yes.
down, David?
I
All
do,
right.
yes.
Also, so here's the deal. Oh, you've written. So
I've written it down.
So this is between just David and Vicky here. I'm going to read the question again. Born today in 1906 in Dusseldorf is this outrageous comedian, monologist, and Holocaust survivor whose TV appearances spanned Merv Griffin to many visits on David Letterman. He also held court for decades at such Greenwich Village venues as the Cafe Bazaar, the Magic Townhouse, and the 13th Street Repertory. Name him 1 point for stage name, 1 point for the full name. 3, 2, 1. Show
I
him
was thinking Henny Youngman.
Henny Youngman, and then we've got Max Schultz for Brother Theodore.
Theodore.
Okay. All right.
I forgot to write it. I thought we got to say it, so there's mine.
Oh, what
I can't see it. What is it?
Well,
No.
I don't know. I don't know where my.
Yeah, no, but
it is. You're saying Brother Theodore
last
too.
night. You don't. I actually mentioned that he was one of the.
You
things.
actually did. I was going to say that, but I don't know the.
I
second
never
half.
heard of Brother Theodore. Who is that?
Oh.
Am I right?
Yes,
here's
he
the-
was a weird guy.
So David Sheward, you get 1 correct point because it was, of course, the great Brother Theodore, one of the first real outsider comedians, genius in a way, even though he had basically like 1 hour of material that kept going for 40 years, doing the same thing over and over. Did you ever see Brother Theodore, Dave?
I saw him on the Dick Cavett show.
But now you had a second name on yours. What was the second? You thought
I
that was
just
his
took a
real
guess.
name.
I
Oh.
took a guess. I said Max Schultz because I
So,
couldn't think of
Steve,
anything else.
you want to get a point here? Do you know his real full name?
No idea.
It was Theodore Gottlieb. So he really was
Oh.
Theodore.
Okay.
And Theodore Gottlieb was
Yeah, I think he was on Dick Cavett show once, and I remember seeing him.
I actually went down to the 13th Street and saw him.
I'll have to look him up.
It was brilliant. It was dark humor. It was absurdist. Sometimes he'd cross the line and just kind of boring, but he was so out there and outrageous. And when he was funny, he was hysterical. I
All
went
right,
to
I'm going to look him up.
the 13th Street Theater in my college years and later on after that. And by the time I asked him to appear on my show, he was already in his 90s and he was just not really,
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I subsequently appeared at the 13th Street Theater and someone stole my dress.
What?
Mike and Theo, no.
Probably stole your material
No. I
too.
mean, we left our clothes there. We were told it was safe. And it was a gorgeous dress that I absolutely adored. And I had to do the rest of the show. I said, will you replace it? And she said, no, Edith, the crazy
Howard,
old
yeah.
lady who ran the place. And so I did the rest of the show in blue jeans. I said, I'm not going to go put another dress here. I'm not going to waste my time and my money. So,
Wow.
I do want to say, you think you had it bad, Leslie. Just what made Brother Theodore who he was. Brother Theodore,
Oh, God, yes.
a German playboy. He born into a wealthy Jewish family, was doing great. Then who came to power, and at a certain point, he was in Dachau, and to let him out of Dachau, he signed over his family fortune for 1 Deutschmark.
Oh,
Most of his family was,
terrible.
his parents were killed, and he came penniless.
Why was he called Brother Theodore? Why Brother?
Well, it
As
was,
in,
well,
well,
Leslie,
because it was as if he was preaching to a cult. He was the leader of an imaginary cult in his mind, and all of us were
and
there.
also he had a hairstyle intentionally that was sort of monkish. So I think
Oh.
Merv Griffin was the one who came up, who started calling him.
Oh,
He
he
was
called
just
him brother.
Theodore, and Merv Griffin created Brother Theodore out of it.
But he would start things by saying, "Welcome, apostles," that kind of thing.
Yeah,
I mean, he was very.
Maybe he could have been in Vicky's show.
That's right. But he said something like, my friends, Jesus is dead. Moses is dead. And I'm not feeling so hot myself.
Yeah.
Go from there. I mean, he was just
Character, yeah.
loved Brother Theodore. Anyway, speaking of doing brilliantly, David Sheward squeaking by Vicki Quade with 1 magical point.
Well, I'm shocked that I even got that close, David.
Vicky, it's your birthday. Go, Vicky.
So, Steve.
Oh, Vicky, happy birthday!
No, it's not my
Birthday.
birthday.
Oh, I thought it
My
was.
birthday's
Joyce,
in
you're
August.
so convincing.
No.
That is a song that the young ones sing when they're celebrating.
There we go. Now, Steve, do you have a joke or something for us? Because you obviously couldn't play the full game with us, so we had to kind of let you on at the end there.
Yeah,
But you got anything to share with
technical
us?
difficulties.
Yeah,
A joke.
or anything. You
Anything.
usually have a joke ready or
Well,
something like
There
that.
were these Italian newlyweds,
Oh,
and they had no money, so they had to move in with the bride's family. And after the ceremony and all the partying, they went home, and the mother said, "Good night, kids. You go up the stairs. I go in the kitchen. I make it a saucer for tomorrow." And they say, "Good night, Mama. Good night. Good night. Good night." And they go upstairs. Now the groom takes off his shirt and his tie, and she notices now for the first time he's very hairy chested. And she runs down and she says, Mom, he's got a black curly hairs all over his chest. Mother says, "So what? Your father got a black curly hairs all over his chest. Never do me no harm. You go back upstairs. I stir the sauce for tomorrow." So she goes back upstairs. Now the groom takes off his trousers and she notices very hairy legged. She runs downstairs again. She says, Mom, he's got a black curly hairs all over his legs. Mother says, "So what? Your father got a black curly hairs all over his legs. Never do me no harm. You go back upstairs. I stir the saucer for tomorrow." So she goes back upstairs. Now the groom takes off his shoes and his socks. You thought I was going to say something else, didn't you?
I know this. Go ahead.
He takes off his shoes and his socks, and she notices he's missing 3 toes from his right foot. And she runs down and says, she says, Mom, he's got a foot and a half. She says, "Hey, you go up the stairs. I go up the stairs. You go to the kitchen to make it a sauce."
Oh, the mother goes up because she thinks he's.
But I'm
It was a
Oh,
Scorsese.
I know.
Steve, it was a Scorsese
he's got a
movie.
foot and a half.
I get it.
Steve, yeah.
Thank
We
you.
all wish
I
we
heard
could
that
go.
one
Listen,
many years ago.
Where? But yeah.
Leslie, what are you trying to tell me?
Steve, it was an absolute Scorsese movie. I felt every moment of it.
Well, yeah, your accent is very. You got a way to tell a
It
joke.
was good.
I heard that joke many years ago.
Well,
It
Well-
wouldn't cut it. My Tyrolean family, he'd be out in.
well, now, since you're all here and you have one more minute, I can tell a joke that's sort of like that you will have all heard.
And then I gotta go because I gotta be somewhere at 12. No, go ahead.
It's not that long. You guys have time for?
I'll wait. But do it
This
now.
is so similar. So this Orthodox Jewish couple, they've been dating. They finally get married. They haven't touched it. They've done nothing at all. So the
Husband?
the husband takes off his shirt. He first pulls down his trousers, and she noticed that his knees are all kind of like they got scars and scratches and pimples
Huh.
and she goes, "Oh, I wasn't kind of expecting that." And he says, "Yeah, I'm afraid, when I was young, I had measles." And she's like, "You mean you had measles?" And he said, No, I had measles, and I had a problem with my knees. And she's like, "Well, okay. And he undresses her, takes off his shoe, takes off his sock, and she sees that his toes are all gnarled and broken and disgusting and miscolored. And she says, "Can I ask about that?" And he says, "Yeah, when I was younger, I had polio." And she said, you mean you had polio? I said, no, I had polio. I had a problem with my toes. And she's like, well, okay. And he then pulls down his underpants and says, oh, no, wait, don't tell me. You had small cocks too, huh?
I got it. I got a joke I got to tell you.
All right, well, yes.
Okay,
one more.
then I gotta
Right.
go.
I know.
This I wouldn't have told it, but given what you said, I figured I could.
You figured you know the room now. Yes, okay,
Yeah,
go
yeah.
ahead.
So this old lady goes up to this old guy at the nursing home and she says, "So Myron, how are you?" He says, I'm okay, Thelma. How are you?" She says, "I'm okay, but I think there's something missing here in the nursing home." He says, "There's a lot missing here in the nursing home. What are you talking about?" She goes, "Sex. Do you remember sex?" He goes, "Sex. Sounds familiar. It's something I used to enjoy, but I don't remember what it is." She says, "Well, I have an idea." He says, "What's your idea?" She says, "Come up to my room after lunch and together we'll rediscover sex." He says, "Okay, you got it." So he goes up to her room after lunch and she's looking at him. She says, "Something's not right." He says, "What?" She says, "Clothes. There should be no clothes for sex. Take off all your clothes." So he takes off all his clothes. She says, "Okay, I have another idea." He says, "What?" She says, "Come over here." So he walks over to her and she reaches down and she grabs him and she holds him for 15 minutes. At the end of the 15 minutes, she says, "So how was that?" He says, "I enjoyed it. That was very pleasurable. I would do it again." She said, "Good. Come back tomorrow. We'll have more sex." He comes back the next day, takes off all his clothes. She walks over to her. She holds him for 15 minutes. They keep this routine up for 30 days. And one day he doesn't show up. So she goes looking for him and she finds him in the library. She says, "So Myron, how come you didn't come up to my room after lunch?" He said, I've been busy." She said, "Don't tell me you're busy. There's nobody busy here in the nursing home." She said, "Are you cheating on me?" He says, "Well, I gotta tell you, I've been getting together with Zelda." "Oh, you're getting together with Zelda, are you? So what do you and Zelda do?" He says, "Well, I go up to her room after lunch. I take off all my clothes and she holds me for 15 minutes. She says, "What? You go up to her room after lunch, she holds you for 15 minutes. What does she have that I don't have?" He says, "Parkinson's."
Oh, that's awful. I'm. Do you tell jokes like that to your patients?
No,
You should. Yeah.
Yes, you should.
the kind of jokes I would tell to my patients, and this is for Dave. I said, do you know why the automobile tire was, self-conscious?
Why?
It was balding.
Oh.
That's not even a dad joke. That's a granddad joke.
You know the difference between a bad joke and a dad joke, Leslie?
Besides one letter, you mean?
That's it. One letter.
Oh.
Well, we've had great jokes and bad jokes intentionally, so I had a lot of fun with our wonderful contestants and co-moderator of the Today Yesterday quiz today. So first of all, go start with Leslie first for putting in the work. I mean, she put in some serious.
Oh, heavy
Yeah.
lifting. I did heavy lifting on that. Yes.
So thank you,
Last
Leslie,
night.
for writing and reading. And if you're up for it, we can do this again. I would love to have, because it really makes my life easier.
Find Leslie a golden book of her choice.
Would anybody else like to join in, or am I the only one?
What, wants to write questions?
Yeah.
Oh my God, he has a dachshund.
Oh,
That's not a dachshund.
Oh.
That's not a dachshund? What is that?
Oh. You kidding?
Taller
Wait a-
dog.
41
That's like
pounds.
a furry.
Is it a beagle?
No. It's a medium-sized dog, not a small dog. She's a Hungarian Vizsla.
Oh,
That's
Oh
a,
my
the
goodness.
face. That was a Murray face.
Yeah, that's a
Go
Murray
back and
face.
see. Anyway, sorry. So
I would
Leslie,
not have
thank
known
you.
that.
By the way, we can see you on Two on the Aisle with Charlie Gross.
Yes.
Viewing theater on YouTube. Go to is it the Two on the Aisle channel, right?
Two on the Out channel, and there's so much on there now. We've been very busy since September.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah,
So,
I know.
thank you, Leslie. David Sheward, our champion of trivia today. So, David, what? I know you saw something last night. You haven't reviewed it yet.
Yeah.
What's new this week that people can read of your?
I have a review of Poor Yellow Rednecks at
You love
Manhattan Theater Club, which I enjoyed.
Yeah.
And on the David Desk blog, I have news of what's coming up. I mentioned the corruption play about Rupert Murdoch and the phone hacking scandal, which will be opening in March at the Mitzi Newhouse of Lincoln Center, and by the author of Oslo, J.T. Rogers, and
Yeah, and directed by Bart, right? Yeah.
yes, Bart Lashir, and Bibi Newworth and Stephen Skybell have joined the cast of Cabaret. That's opening in the spring.
Is she Fräulein Post or who's BB
He's
playing?
playing
No,
Fräulein
she
Schneider,
plays Fräulein Schneider, I would
Schneider,
assume.
and he's playing Herr Schultz.
Oh, that's lovely.
And and Here Lies Love is closing at the Broadway, so we don't know.
Yeah.
Something may move in there. We don't know what.
Did you see Here Lies Love?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
Did you like it?
Yes, I did. I saw it when it was off Broadway a few years ago, and also this production.
It was a hot-
Somebody suggested that if it had gone into the Circle in the Square, it might have been would have
Maybe.
required a lot less pulling seats out, which they
Yeah.
ruined that theater. They took all the seats out. And
Not all the
not-
seats.
Yeah, it's had a short run on.
well, no, but the seats that they put in were not regular, were not where the seats would have been.
Yes, very expensive.
Very
Mhm.
expensive.
They took a bath on that one. Now, Vicki,
Yes.
what are you doing this weekend in terms of theater in Chicago?
In Chicago, we have late night catechism tonight, and then I'm doing my game show. Are you smarter than your 8th grade nun? So I do that this
Oh,
weekend and next.
Do
It's
the
a show-
Gazella of Swabia with that. Do the Gazella of Swabia. That would be.
All right. And then starting after Thanksgiving, it's Christmas bingo. And I will be doing some traveling. I'm going down to Florida. I'm going to Wisconsin. I'm doing some.
Why do you never come
overseas.
to New York?
I have been to New York. I have been in the New York area. I have.
I mean, I saw
well,
late
the
night
next,
catechism years ago, but it was with Mary Pat Donovan when it was first there.
Yeah,
So-
at St. Luke's.
Yeah.
yeah, right. But if you do come, I'll let's get together. I mean, this
That'd
is
be great.
silly.
I would love that.
I don't travel anymore, but if you're able to, that's terrific.
Now, Steve, the Whistler Herbst. First of all, do you have a website where people can hear you whistling and doing your thing?
SteveTheWhistler.com. And you can find videos, including when I was on To Tell the Truth in Hollywood 2 years ago.
Mhm.
And you can also find me on YouTube. But if you go to SteveTheWhistler.com, you can see a whole bunch of videos. And as far as what I'm doing this weekend, when I leave here, I'm going to the Broadway 53 Theater, which is on 53rd Street between 8th and 9th, to participate in the Spotlight on You show. And I will be
Is that
whistling.
Bernie Pershpan and his people who are putting that together? Bernie, is that or no? Is that a
No,
different-
that's not Bernie's. The organizer of this thing is Natasha Castillo, and who actually is not there this week. Somebody's filling in for her, but Natasha's the one who creates and runs it. And it's for those who might be able and available, it's the second Saturday of every month at the
Is it a
Broadway
talent show or what
53
is it?
Theater.
Spotlight on You. Is it Spotlight on You? Is it a talent show or what is it?
It's an open mic show,
Cool. Okay.
and it's from 12:30 to 2 p.m.
Oh, wow. Well, you better we all better get going. So, I'm going to stay and do more show. But I want to thank so much to Steve and Vicki and Leslie and David. Wish you all a fantastic week, a good, thoughtful Veterans Day, and we hope to see you all again soon in the Daverhood. Everybody start waving. And
Bye. Thank
and
you.
Wonderful things. So great to see all of you. Keep waving. This will take a while.
David Sheward, do you want the crown? Should I send it to you
If you-
again?
Sure.
Okay, I'll try. It won't fit in your mailbox. We're gonna have to fold it or roll it or something.
Oh,
This is Granny on the
Bye.
Beverly Hillbillies.
bye-bye, guys.
everybody.
Bye.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry, it just takes, I have to submit a report after every person I remove. Hold on. Bye, Les. Okay, we're good.
Bye.
Well, have a great one, David. Thank you so much, and congratulations on your win. All right, it is 20 after 11 Eastern Time in the Daverhood with me, Dave Lefkowitz, and my wonderful, adorable wife, Joyce. And of course, Dyslexic Potato is with us. Dyslexic Potato, did you enjoy the trivia game? Oh my God, it was so much fun. Yeah. Yeah.
What is he saying?
He said it was so much fun.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
yeah, as a potato might. Hmm.
Tries. It was a little chaotic, but it was nice.
Yeah, chaos can
Everybody
be.
joined when they wanted to, it just kind of hopped in, hopped
But
out.
you know me, I'm a control freak. I
Yes,
need
you are,
like
yes, you need
control.
Use the air horn and just blow it at them.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
David, you can
Yeah.
also mute everybody. You know, you have that power on Zoom.
But do I have to go individually and sort
No,
of mute?
you can
No.
just mute all. Go to, look at
Oh, yeah.
participants.
Too late. Well, oh yeah. Well, there's
Go
no
to-
participants
Just
left
see
now. but-
participants, you can mute all.
Ooh.
You could just go to the participant list and hit mute all.
Let's see. I hope I don't mute myself. Well, there. It's just me.
Yeah, but if it's other people, you just hit mute all.
Oh, and look,
now.
I'm muted potato.
Oh, thank God. Let's keep that on.
I'm gonna keep him on camera. I now I can balance himself on some dice.
Oh, God.
I can have him like as part of the show. There we
Yeah,
go.
that's very healthy.
So
Maybe he'll learn stuff.
let's do a little bit or a few, because I know we're going to get to that I was gonna go to
That's
a
what
thrift
I
sale.
did,
Yeah. But hey,
It's not so pretty, so
Right.
I just have to grade all the exams.
Oh, I know.
stuff today.
but we have to do some really criminality
Yeah.
because there's crime happening in northern Colorado, and the Greeley Tribune newspaper reports it every week. All the weird, crazy, nutty things that happen in northern Colorado, and people call the police to report it. That's why we call this Greeley Times. Ba-da-da-da. So here's the deal. This is literally, it's compiled from actual real reports that have come to the police department. You know, people call up and say, help, help, help. Something terrible is happening in the neighborhood. And a lot of the times it's just, well, you know. So we call it Greeley Times.
You have tea, honey, if you want.
Yeah.
You
And we have
want?
a special thanks to Chris Boland.
Be careful, I hope it's
Thank you.
still-
No, that's good. Chris Boland at the Greeley Tribune. He's the guy who's apparently, or could be a girl, but
Yeah,
whoever
doing
Chris,
taking over the.
yeah. Mhm.
Want me to look, how do you spell it?
from Morgan McKenzie, Bolin. Chris Boland has now the honors of getting these things together. So Joyce is checking who Chris Boland is, if it's a they, a he, a she, an it. Does it even
World
say?
Carrier, Greeley Tribune.
Because I don't know if it's short for Christine.
No, look. Apparently they have like a great thing. They have this stuff. That's great. They're doing it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I wish someone there would go back and start doing 100 years ago. I miss those. I love those. But we still have these, so this is great. Here we go. A caller on 20th Street said her dentist put bugs in her mouth and other strange things. Yeah. The dentist confirmed that this woman was a patient, but said they hadn't seen her since 2022. So, I mean, they aren't quite clear of whether she means bugs in terms of listening devices, which tends to be the more common dental thing. Is that Chris? Is that?
Yes,
Oh, is it? Or whether she's implanting like cockroaches and water bugs in her mouth, which is somehow worse,
That's
somehow
not good.
vaguely worse. But
I guess
yeah,
you know what happens. That's what happens when you don't pay your dental bill.
yes, if you have the wrong HMO.
Yeah.
All right, a caller from a restaurant.
Where's my call? I don't know where
The
my
bell
phone
is there.
on.
Yeah. Here we go. A caller from a restaurant on Center Place Drive said a group of girls in clown costumes came in and were upset about their order.
It's
You know what
called-
they said, right, yeah.
It's called Halloween.
Oh, I don't think this was on
Oh.
Halloween. It was near Halloween.
Okay.
But you know, if a group of clowns comes into your restaurant and they don't like the order, I guess it must taste funny.
Oh, just go pack them in the car, right? Pack them all in the car.
Oh, there you
Swish,
go,
swish,
yes.
ah.
Oh, a caller at a restaurant
Lot of
on,
restaurants.
yeah, I don't have the location on this, but they said a strange man pulled up to the caller's group of friends and handed them a small shampoo bottle with a crushed white substance inside. So, yeah. Is this how they're distributing meth now in shampoo bottles?
I wouldn't take anything like that from a stranger. Who knows what that
Oh,
is?
look, it's-
Botulism.
Well, a heroin.
God, that's creepy.
I know.
Honey, give me your shaker.
Yeah, okay. Hold on. Ta-da! Oh, that sounds like another phone call coming in. You know what? Oh, no, that's a phone call. Well, that was the teletype, I think. Teletype phone call. This one is a caller on 9th Avenue. Reported a neighbor covering his vehicle with cardboard and plywood.
Why?
Well, the caller thought the neighbor might have been hiding from police.
Could be.
It's like,
Oh, I get inside the car.
yeah, like they or no, you cover like with cardboard and plywood over the car. I guess you
That's
can't
a
see
good
the
way,
license plate.
Like, yeah, like you'll never find me in this unusual cardboard thing that looks like a car in my driveway.
Maybe it's David Blaine. It's like, isn't it?
Wonder Woman. It's my invisible jet.
A caller on, I love this one. A caller on 4th Avenue
Mhm.
reported getting a call a few days prior.
Okay, good.
The person on the other end kept repeating "Chica Boom."
Oh, it's Asha Boom. Asha, remember Asha Boom?
Well,
Maybe she
Usha
was
Boom, run
Usha
from
Boom.
Chicago.
Maybe
Usha Boom.
that's how she's doing her marketing.
She's gone Spanish. Soy Chica Boom.
No, she's doing Chica Boom. Maybe that's her. She's trying to recruit dancers.
Now the caller was worried it might have been a threat.
Chica Boom.
Yeah, I know when Hamas calls, there was like Chica Boom, and they go blow up something and kidnap people. But do you remember? I want to get this guy on the show. That there was a novelty hit song in the 1970s called Chica Boom.
I do not.
It was Chica Boom, don't you just love it? Chica Boom, Chica. Do you remember this one?
Not at all.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
no,
sure it's real, 'cause you
No,
know
it was a hit.
that.
It was we had the single of it. It was like this hip, weird, groovy, like late
Maybe he's trying to
1960s.
make a comeback and he thinks marketing is by calling people.
He just goes randomly
Maybe
in the
he
phone.
wanted Chick-fil-A. You know, like sometimes I can't remember the name of a restaurant. I call it Hoban Pan. Maybe he thought Chica Boom was the restaurant.
What happens when you get diarrhea from Chick-fil-A? Chica Boom. Yeah. I was sort of, it was it's Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, it looks like it reads like it should be Chick-fil-A.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know how to speak.
And I don't eat Chick-fil-A because apparently their origins were anti-gay and homophobic and whatever. I don't know the whole story on that. But anyway, honey, we're gonna eat more than that. You know why?
Right?
We have my friend, we have an alert. And it's not a chicken alert. And it's not a,
No,
we haven't had a,
Middle Melvin?
there's not a Melvin G. Mintz alert, nor have we had a Lupton alert in a long time. It's not that.
Those days are gone.
We go to the vortex.
Who's it? Oh, 8th and 8.
It's an 8th and 8th alert. The Bermuda Triangle of northern Colorado, ladies and gentlemen, the corner of 8th Avenue and 8th Street in Greeley, is a strange place. So, a caller on 8th Avenue and 8th Street, there he is, reported a homeless camp was forming in the front yard
Wow.
and dancers were starting to show up. What is it? It's the hobo dancer. You're on track.
How could dancers show up?
I have no idea. How's Brisbane has a
You
homeless
know,
in
I
Kansas?
know the Rockettes are, suffering, like Vicki said, theater suffers. I don't think the Rockettes are,
I said,
going
well,
in people's yards.
maybe in the weeks leading up to when they get to Radio City, they have
practice, yeah.
and they go to 8th
Like
and
a
8th
yard sale, yeah, 8th and 8th would be the place I go to.
in front of the big
practice.
apartment building. It's like, yeah.
Yes.
So I hope really it's not turning into like Portland or something like that, where there's just homeless people in like tents everywhere. And dancers everywhere, which is,
I bet you it was Tribe Syncytium, probably was the belly dancers, they probably just got confused.
oh, that could be, yeah.
They're pretty hot ladies.
Anywhere that has an audience, it's like
You were afraid when they gave you the prize, you won the prize at that arts house and you
Right.
couldn't go up on stage to get the prize. Your ticket was called.
yeah, I
you
didn't know
wanted
what
to-
it was gonna be, because there
Oh, you thought
was
they
a
were
guy
gonna dance
juggling
with-
fire.
Yeah, I know, you didn't like the fire. Well, yeah, juggling fire in a place that used to be an auto shop and has petroleum and gas,
Right.
that's a good place to juggle fire.
Yeah, I was worried we were gonna die that day.
Me too, yes, I'm surprised we're still here.
Now a caller in an apartment building on 6th Street
They're working up to 8. yeah.
reported a man with a lot of chihuahuas in the complex. Move over, big dog, because the little dog's coming. And what is a lot of chihuahuas?
I don't know.
And maybe there should also be a word for a lot of chihuahuas,
It's a
like
gaggle. Here, I'll ask
un
my-
gagulo.
What do you call it? Probably a group of pack. A pack of chihuahuas, right?
Yeah,
Pocket pack.
but it should be something cute, like a wawa of chihuahuas.
I
Or,
like that.
yeah. But I guess it would be a pack, like a pack of dog. Any dog would be a pack.
Oh, Chihuahua's a toy dog. It says they're called a pack, yeah.
Well, anyway, yeah, an
They're
extra large
toys.
pack.
The plural of chihuahuas
Yeah.
is chihuahua.
Oh, that may be.
So chihuahuas is the plural of chihuahua.
Wait, with the S or not S? Or chihuahua is plural.
Chihuahua is the singular, I'm sorry.
Oh, so I guess chihuahuas is.
There's
plural.
2 breeds of chihuahua. There's the, a hairless one too.
Well, yeah, the Mexican hairless, I guess, the hairless chihuahua. Wow. And of course, we've seen chihuahuas that are kind of cute. They're
Chihuahua means shock.
Hmm.
Oh, for dachshunds, they say a group of dachshunds is called a link, a string, a length, a mischief, or a wriggle.
a mischief and a
Yeah.
wriggle and a link because like
A
they're
link,
sausages.
it's
Yeah,
a
I get that.
string, and they're trying to pack a poodles, an oodle of
Oh,
poodles,
I like that.
a grumble of pugs. Uh,
A grumble of pugs. I kind of like that.
there's a teacup chihuahua. How do you say I love you to a chihuahua?
Te amo?
No, it's just to be a good listener.
Oh, all right, yeah. All right, but here's another caller. Here's a caller. Speaking of dogs, a caller on 13th Street Road said he has a neighbor. His neighbor has a large dog, not a chihuahua. He doesn't clean up after, and the dog left a pile of feces in the corner near his yard.
It's nice you said feces.
He did. Well, we
You think
assume
they
he was.
changed feces from other
It
things.
could-
he said?
Yeah, it's not probably the word that.
That he said, yeah.
But the thing is this something you call the cops about? Like, especially if like it was this
I would
growing
call my
mound.
I'm calling myself. I would call my HOA first.
Yeah, probably, or anybody first.
Walgreens is giving me coupons. Hold on.
All right.
Stop the show. No, I'm serious. You just do your stuff.
But here's this other thing. Now, this is unrelated. A caller on 28th Avenue reported a man defecating in his front yard.
Oh, where's my? don't
So
know.
I wonder if they're blaming the dog.
I bet you.
And meanwhile, while they're not looking or overnight, it's the man. There's a man actually doing the tushing. There we go. Listen to that. There he is. Well, that's the signal, ladies and gentlemen, that it's time to do an elsewhere. It's time to move away briefly from northern Colorado for something from somewhere else in the world. Also crazy, weird, real news.
I'm not getting my coupons from Walgreens anymore. Very sad. Maybe
Oh.
because it's holiday time. They know that people buy stuff.
Well, we're gonna go all the way out to Bolivia. Bolivia, this is a story from the New York Post.
Should we eat lunch at home before we go shopping? Because we might be hungry.
Well, you can have something, but I'm hoping to get something there.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll have an apple. Yeah, good, okay.
This happened in Bolivia a week or two ago. This is of course the New York Post writing. Something old, something new, something borrowed, something who?
Oh, no.
A wedding in Bolivia
Oh, there's no food. No.
quickly went down the toilet after the groom's ex reportedly showed up,
Yes.
and she threw excrement on the couple after they said, I do do. Okay, I do do.
I do.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Poo on her. Poo.
Photos of the public smearing,
Oh, no.
that's cute,
Terrible.
show the bride's hair, face, and white dress completely covered in poop.
You do that. I mean, I understand, like,
Snakes,
they
yeah.
do say if anybody objects to the wedding, but I don't think you should throw feces on people.
Really? No shit. No.
No, I think that's not good.
Wrecked him. She nearly killed him. The groom's military outfit was similarly soiled.
Um,
I don't know. Maybe she's a horse.
Stop her. There's an audience there.
You stop her.
Yeah, but somebody, like, there's an audience or the priest.
I don't care. There's a woman with a bucket.
It's like a garbage bag, like a hefty
Whatever.
bag.
Wait, you want to go near her? I said, stop doing. No, you go ahead. The woman has not been publicly identified, but she's rumored to be the groom's ex.
They know who she is. Come on, if somebody's so mad at you that they're throwing fecal matter at you, you know who they are. You know who
yeah.
mad. I'm sorry. They
She
know.
allegedly brought a bucket filled with shit and oil. Must have, shit. It makes a statement.
Yeah.
But let's have some oil.
No, but oil is staining.
Yeah,
especially
well,
the
she'll never
white
get that on the
dress.
dress. Yeah. Turns out the lady was unhappy about being the groom's
And-
number two.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Whoever wrote this was just having so
Yeah,
much
you had a
fun.
good time with that.
Now, after the incident, the bride posted on social media that she hoped her husband's ex will, quote, let us live in peace after getting her revenge.
I like
So-
that thing.
Yeah. And the bells in the chapel rang. Dong,
Oh.
dong,
But I
dong.
feel bad because, like, if they probably spent a lot of money on that wedding, the dress, all that stuff, and you can't get feces and oil. What cleaner's gonna take feces out of your dress and military stuff? Like,
Well, actually, I mean, people do poo and save the,
yeah, but not in a wedding dress.
Well, not in a
Your
wedding dress.
military outfit. I think that's like federal crime or something. You can't put on a.
It's like David's bridal. Can we retell this?
I'd like to return this dress. It has some stains on it, like
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Why is it on the veil?
Oh God, I think that's horrible. Yeah, especially the families, everybody there.
Yeah. Oh well.
But if you know that somebody's like, if you have an ex that's in that way,
Yeah.
you better have somebody at the door watching for them. Like
Well,
you,
who would think? Who would,
or maybe you lock the church so she can't get in, and when the ceremony's
it's
over,
over,
you
you let them
unlock
out
it. Yeah.
or something. You have a guard essentially or
Yeah,
something.
we have ushers usually in a church, but I guess they weren't expecting a woman to throw a thing of oil and poop.
Yeah, you normally wouldn't
No,
expect
that's
that.
not the custom at any wedding I've been to.
Yeah. The occasional quinceañera, yes, but not.
Quinceañera.
Yeah. A couple more of
Okay.
Greeley times, and then we'll table that and finish
Gotta
up the
do
show.
Your Limerick.
We got Limerick. We haven't done Bunion Watch.
Well, that'll keep it for next time.
No, we have that Bunion
Keep it
Watch.
for next time your socks are on and we gotta go shopping, no? You
All
wanna
right.
Do Bunion Watch, we'll do it.
We'll do a quick Bunion Watch. Like we'll do the Bunion Watch as the outro. Maybe.
Oh, yeah,
We'll
well, you're doing.
change things
You
up.
could do like this, do your feet for the dancing.
Yes.
Show your, because your pain is zero, so you might as well
Yeah.
show the,
I should have had Steve stay on and do some like whistling while I was showing my bunions.
oh God, oh, you had to go to that event,
Oh, yeah.
you said, right?
Yeah. He better get out of there, get on the railroad. A caller on 27th Street suspected that gang members at a condemned house were having, quote, a memorial to a fallen homie in the backyard.
Maybe it was the dancers.
That could be it. And the homeless gang
Oh
encampment.
my God.
But I love when white people was like, there must be a memorial to I believe, I'm not sure, but I
I
believe
think
it's a fallen homie from the local gang of cholos. Because they are bad mofos, if you know what.
Maybe not in front of potato, watch it.
I may have to. I'm calling the popo as we speak right now. Yeah, because I'm giving the 911 the 411.
Don't be a rat. Yeah.
I do believe those people, they have attitude, if you know what I'm saying. But it's just so great.
No more on that?
No, that's about it. That's it. A memorial to a fallen homie. And then we have a caller at a grocery store on 10th Street. Said the man in a leather jacket and leather pants.
Oh, maybe it's that, who's the guy?
Hmm.
The bounty hunter, dog, the bounty hunter.
Eli
that's
or
it.
Fonzie.
Yes, or Fonzie.
Was scooting a motorcycle around the parking lot and, quote, weirding people out. So they asked him.
He was looking for the dancers.
Yeah.
Where are the ladies at?
They asked him, what are you rebelling against? He said, what do you got? And then, this is the perfect one to close with. Here we go. One more caller on 4th Avenue reported that her neighbor was cooking with gas
Oh, no.
and it makes her intoxicated.
What?
I don't know, maybe she had the fumes like butane or
Oh.
whatever. She's cooking with gas and it makes her intoxicated. She said, quote, it's a Saturday thing.
You gotta end with.
Yeah, I know. Because this is a Saturday thing. It's Dave's Gone By, and that was our Greeley Times segment.
Mr. Horace Greeley was no fool. I'm sure that you'll agree with me that Greeley was no fool.
Yippee-yi. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, what fun. Oh, what fun we're having on Dave's Gone By, because we're doing so much. We got such terrific guests on the show playing our ticket
great
quiz.
questions. That's a
Yeah,
big-
they were good.
That's a heavy lift, you know, because you think it's like everything. Like people say, oh, I understand when you explain something, but to know something, you have to really understand it deeply. So the questions, to take them, it's hard, but to write a complex question that's plausible with answers that are not too easy, it's a
Yeah.
big lift. So
And then
let's-
she did the 3 clues in the news where it was like 3
Yes,
things
Cooper
related
Murdoch,
to something
yes.
that,
She
nice
tried
job.
it each time. Good for her.
and so we
We
thank.
gotta get her. Let's get her a golden book. So we got David.
Well,
one.
it's got to be appropriate for
Put
Leslie.
in one that maybe is something she might like.
All right, yeah,
I think
or something
that's fair.
equivalent. Yeah, if we go to Weggy.
I think it's for everybody, because we can't, like,
Yeah,
it's like.
it should be the
siblings,
same price.
You can't like it.
Yeah.
We'll get her a good one.
Yeah, we'll
We should
find-
have written in David's, like, to David for being a good boy or something like that.
Did we? Or we just sent it?
I-
Oh, no, I included a note. I didn't
Yeah,
write in the
yeah,
actual book.
that's better, because some people don't want you to mess with their stuff. Okay.
So anyway, we still have a couple of things to do in the remaining minutes of this 917th episode of the Dave's Gone By Facebook podcast of the stream. Want to remind you that if you go to davelefkowitz.org, you can read my essays, my comic. This is my phone.
I'm gonna program the directions.
Oh, yeah.
Already.
You can read my song lyrics, you can read my 1-act plays, my full-length plays, scripts for things, all, hundreds and hundreds of pieces of writing of me. So you get davesgoneby.com for all the stuff about this program. But if you want to know more about my sense of humor and whatever talent I have on paper, or at least digital paper, please go to davelefkowitz.org and check that out. Let's see. So we have, what do we have? Let's do, first of all, since we're mentioning the guests, let's thank them and thank lots of people who've been on this program in months and years past. That's why we call them the Friends of the Daverhood. Oh, you go, Franz Joseph. So here's the deal. Thank you again to Leslie Hoban Blake, who is the co-star of the theater review show 2 on the Aisle, which you can watch on YouTube. It's also on Manhattan Neighborhood Network cable, but definitely YouTube is the easiest way. She reviews theater with Charlie Gross, our mutual friend, and and they're really good together. They've been doing it for a bunch of years. So check that out. Check out David Sheward, our trivia champion today. David Sheward writes theater reviews for theaterlife.com, culturaldaily.com, and totaltheater.com. Plus, you can read his blog, The David Desk, just by going on the web. So thank you so much to David. And thank you to Vicki Quade. Vicki is out in Chicago doing Late Night Catechism and Are You Smarter Than Your 8th Grade Nun? So go see her at the Greenhouse Theater, but she is also traveling. Check her schedule at nuns4fun.com. Nuns, number 4, fun.com. And thank you to Steve the Whistler Herbst, stevethewhistler.com, to see clips of him in action, not telling more jokes, but whistling for your entertainment.
Or you can put him in being a good psychotherapist.
That's I don't know if he's retired, if he's still doing that. But,
He said he has
yeah.
patience,
so he didn't seem very patient to me.
Ah!
Now, there have been other people who've been on this program in months and years past. We also consider them friends of the Daverhood, people who've appeared as guests, and now they're doing other things. So, for example, Andre de Shields, who was in Hadestown for, and won a Tony for it, as a matter of fact. Well, he's just, now his whole life is basically just getting awards and honors and having streets named after him. So, but Andre will be performing at Theater Under the Stars Lights Up Gala. This is in Houston, and it's today. So if you want to support TUTS, Theater Under the Stars in Houston, among the people who will be guests and performing are Andre de Shields. Now, starting today and playing through, well, the first day of next year, is a new play called Mad Women of the West. It's a comedy at the Actors Temple off-Broadway, and it features our friend, actress and director Melanie Mayron. So you're going to want to go see that. Becca Kidwell, tomorrow, will be doing her cabaret show, If You Hadn't, But You Did, at Don't Tell Mama over on West 46th Street. And then on Monday, the 13th, Jamie DeRoy is getting a York Theater Founders Award. Charles Bush is going to be there speaking and doing some stuff too. So we get two friends in there. That is at the Edison Rooftop over on West 46th. So congratulations to her. Playing now through tomorrow. So this is your last weekend to catch Christian Knoll in the Mint Theater's production of an old play called Partnership. That is over on Theater Row. Woody King Jr. is directing a play called Telling Tales Out of School, being done at the Castillo Theater over on 11th Avenue in Manhattan. Again, you have only today and tomorrow to see that. Playing now through the 15th, at Don't Tell Mama, there's a cabaret guy named John Phillip who is being directed by our great friend Marilyn May. Marilyn May is in her mid-90s and still performing and directing. She's absolutely amazing. So this time she's directing a guy named John Phillip. It's a Don't Tell Mama. On Wednesday, November 15th, David Broza, he's releasing his version of the Beatles song, the John Lennon song, Julia, and you can hear it at davidbroza.net, B-R-O-Z-A, davidbroza.net. And then starting in the weekend from Friday through the following Monday, Jose Rivera's play Sonnets for an Old Century is going to be, I'm not sure if it's performed or maybe just read, at Intar over on West 52nd Street. Bill T. Jones, the brilliant director and choreographer, he has a piece called Watch Night that's being done at the Perlman Performing Arts Center over on Fulton Street, playing now through the end of next week. Lee Blessing's play Down the Road is being done by Arts on Site at 12 St. Mark's Place. That's playing all week into next weekend. And then Jill Sobule, her very popular off-Broadway show, Fuck 7th Grade, is revived again. And she's doing it at the Wild Project. She wrote it and she's in it. It's at the Wild Project on East 3rd Street now through towards the end of November. Reminding you that speaking of Hadestown, Lilius White is still in it. It's at the Walter Kerr Theater. Stuart Zagnett is in the Barry Manilow musical that I think is opening this weekend, Harmony, at the Ethel Barrymore Theater. Aladdin on Broadway has music by Alan Menken. So does Little Shop of Horrors off-Broadway at the West Side Theater. Seth's Talent Showcase features Seth Biesenhirsch. And he's the MC of kind of a open mic night thing. This is at Don't Tell Mama. And Eric Comstock, Barbara Fasano, both at Birdland on Saturday evenings. Go see them tonight. I'm sorry, what?
They've been there a long time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. As have Vince Giordano and the Night. Actually, they play all over the place, but they have a stint now. Vince Giordano and the Nighthawks. Monday nights, 2 shows at Birdland. And Jim Caruso's.
Giordano, how do we know him from your show, but how else?
Well, he's a jazz. He does sort of old time,
Oh,
not so
yeah,
much Dixieland, but 30s and 40s jazz.
I remember.
Yeah, Woody Allen has used him in tons of for that kind of music. Scorsese is, I mean, they play when there's a film that's set in the old era and they need that kind of music. It's been Giordano and the Nighthawks that they turn to. Who else? Oh, and Jim Caruso's Cast Party every Monday night at Birdland. Get your tickets for all these things at birdlandjazz.com. Evan Seplow is the founder and editor of the wonderful New York nightlife website, stagebuddy.com. Dr. Demento still doing new and old Dr. Demento shows at drdemento.com. And I think that covers. Oh, and you can listen on WBAI radio. David Kenny's show, Everything Old is New Again, Sunday evenings. And that, my friends, and those, my friends, are the friends of the Daverhood. Okay, thank you, Franz Joseph Haydn. Well, we still have a little bit more show for you. I know it's 10 to 12. It's nearly noon in the Daverhood, Eastern time. And yet, would I let you go before we finished everything that we were meant to on this 917th episode of the Dave's Gone By show? Oh, I think not. So we had our friends of the Daverhood, we had Greeley Times, we had our Today Yesterday quiz, we talked about our car, we talked about all sorts of stuff. I think it's time for a bit of a limerick, because we want to get cultural, we want to be high-toned and poetic. And so for the past bunch of years, I've taken it into my head, ever since Joyce and I lived in northern Colorado, to write a poem about as many places in Colorado as I possibly could. Literally, at first just kind of remembering places and then going on the map and lists of cities and towns and unincorporated places and municipalities and counties to find each week a different limerick for you. And we have about 270, 280 of these things written at this point. And they're all dark and dirty and disgusting, as risque limericks should be. And this time we're going back to a place that we've done, because I had...
You felt you didn't do it justice. You said the
Yeah.
first time you thought was short.
Because I used the name Montezuma in the poem, but it was really more about Montezuma's revenge at that point. And I thought that wasn't fair. I named it, but it wasn't about a town in Colorado. Now I've done another one for Montezuma that uses it more in a typical poem way. Montezuma. So let me play the theme.
Montezuma, Colorado.
A limerick is a comic verse of 5 lines, in which lines 1, 2, and 5 end with words that rhyme. And likewise, verses 3 and 4 also end with words that rhyme. So this is a limerick.
Yes, we go to Colorado, in and around the Great Rocky Mountains, for Montezuma, Colorado. Joyce has looked up some facts and details about it, so share, yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you, it's only got 74 people.
Mhm.
Leslie Davis is mayor. Things to do, skiing, places to stay. Oh, Keystone, the beautiful lodges.
Well, yeah. It's that kind, yeah.
Oh, it looks lovely, yeah.
Well, that's Montezuma. It's in Summit County.
And there's the towns are Cortez, Dolores, and Mancos. Those are the cities.
I know we've done one for Dolores, rather obviously.
Montezuma County.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Named, of course, for the Aztec Emperor Montezuma. It was a former mining camp, and it's surrounded by mountains, as you can see it being a ski area, and it's on the valley of the Snake River, so it's pretty gorgeous. Even though it was a mining town, this is interesting, it might have been a dry place because it had a library rather than a saloon back in the day.
Montezuma, was ruthless in acquiring other tribes and groups of people.
Yeah.
But it says he allowed the Spanish to conquer him due to his religious superstition.
Well, yeah. Reminds me, I'm gonna go back and listen to Cortez the Killer again. But now it's not really a ghost town because it does have some families and people living there, and a lot of summer tourists and winter tourists too. It's just people coming there for the beauty of it. This is kind of interesting. You want to talk about, an HOA.
Waterfalls, yeah.
Yeah. You want to talk about like controlling.
Yeah.
This is from the official website for the town of Montezuma. Okay. 1, dogs in our community roam free. Leave them be. So this is a place that's like, no leash laws here. And if you have a vicious, horrible pit bull, it's his land too. 2, don't air your tires on town property.
I don't know what that
I have
means.
no idea. Like, well, maybe they don't want the fresh air going into people's tires. I have no idea what the hell that means. 3, there's no public parking. Do not park on our streets. Yeah, I looked that up and I still don't remember what it was. Do not air your
What
tires.
does it mean when someone says, do not air your tires?
What does it mean?
Air your tires.
You have to listen to Mr. Tire Auto Service. 3 miles.
I mean, I literally have no idea what that could possibly mean.
I think it means put air in your tires.
But
Maybe
how can, what do you mean don't put air in your
Not supposed
tires?
to, I guess.
Oh. And then you want to talk about a town that is careful. Keep your speed below 10 miles per hour.
Wow.
They want you to stay in that town.
Not airing their tires and having the dogs roam free.
It's sort of like you come to the town, and the town is like probably like half a mile long.
There's
And it takes you
74
4 hours
residents,
to get through. Yeah.
74 residents.
Well, anyway, this is Montezuma, Colorado. All the marvelous things about it. I guess I want to keep it like a very small, controlled town vibe. Fine. Everyone voted for it. Fine. But you can't keep me from making a poem about Colorado, about Montezuma. Our Colorado
You
Limerick.
get 74 letters.
Oh my God. Montezuma, Colorado, or Colorado Limerick of the Dams. Here we go. I met a girl online from Montezuma and got my camera up so I could zoom up. But when we briefly spoke, I told a Polish joke. Some women just don't have a sense of humor. Please send your comments, complaints, anything else from Dave's Gone By at AOL.com. Dave's Gone By. Dave, like my name with an S on the end. Dave's Gone By at AOL.com. You can also message me right here on the Dave's Gone By Facebook page or post a message under our show. Either way, I'd love to hear from you. I don't have the time really to respond to everyone, but I'll give a thumbs up if I can. But I really, really do love hearing from you, and I love it when people share the show and tell other people about the program. So, Dave's Gone By at AOL.com. Remember, we also have our Twitter feed, Radio
And
Dave
tell them
2.
when you sign off, you're gonna show your.
We're
button.
gonna sign up momentarily, but I forgot to do this. It's kind of hard to see back there, but I love this advertisement here. I don't know if you can see. So it's literally, they have trademarked
What?
the phrase, "I've fallen and I can't get
Oh,
up."
come on.
I'm telling you. Here, I'll pull this off. I don't know how, but it's got the little R in front of it. Let's get Melvin G. Mintz on here.
That I don't believe. Do you believe that you can trademark a phrase?
I don't know how, but they literally got the R. They've got
Good for them.
literally the R on it, or restricted, or something on like that.
that.
Yeah, so this is the original. They're saying we're the guys who came up with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're the OG.
But I just love this idea of like, help, I've fallen and I can't get up. And then if you subscribe, you get a free gift. You get an old lady who will crawl along your floor.
Can we get one? Let's get
Act
one.
now, get one
I
free.
would like to have another granny. I miss my granny.
Oh, well, yeah.
I'll take another granny.
I'll take Melvin G. Mintz.
I don't
That's
think
what
he's the free gift, honey.
No,
It
oh.
would be great though.
And remember, I'm never alone.
She doesn't.
But she's still kind of, well, she looks happier here than she does here. Basically, it depends on whom you're gifting her to.
Oh, I guess so, yeah.
Life
She
of
might decline being gifted to some people, yeah, she might not want to be a gift.
I love it. It's like falls, shower, outdoors.
Yeah.
What is that woman doing in the shower? She's having a good time.
No, but you could fall,
Of
like,
course.
the bathroom is the most risky place,
yeah.
and if you fall in the, half the time people fall in the bathroom and you don't have your phone with you. If you're outside, you have your
Oh,
phone.
that's right.
If you're in the bathroom, when you're showering, you don't have your cell
You
phone.
probably only think to bring the phone in on the
yeah,
toilet.
That's
And
risky.
you're right.
Like,
Yeah.
a lot of facilities have call buttons in the bathroom because that's a risky.
Right. I'm falling in the tub and I can't get up,
Yeah.
which is a very
If you
possible.
fall in the tub and you have a tub that's like a hard tub, you're gonna get an ouchie Bella.
That's fair. That I guess is true. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching the 917th episode of the Dave's Gone By Facebook, your podcast, your programming of the stream, with me, Dave Lefkowitz, my darling and adorable wife, Joyce. And so to have the outro of such a classy and wonderful program that we do here in the Daverhood every week, because we're very proud of what we do. I've been keeping you posted
Oh, move your teeth on the ouchie. Be careful.
on the condition of my foots, because back weeks and weeks ago when the semester first started, where I
You can move
teach.
that pillow, if your
Yeah,
pillow
I
fell,
can
that's
just-
why you're
oh, yeah.
seated weird.
Here we go. This is good. So, my left foot, I had a new shoe on, a new sneaker, and it started rubbing. It was really rubbing me raw, incredibly painful for like 2 or 3 weeks. I was had a problem with it, and which is weird because, as I've said, my right foot is the one with a big monster onion bunion.
Maybe that one is more like hardy, more calcified. It's more hardy.
It's more
Maybe
hardy.
the new one is more gentle.
Yeah, because he was squealing.
Yeah.
My dogs were squealing. So since then, or in recent weeks, now that I've healed, we want to just check on the condition, the size of. Do you have the Do we want to do it? Do we want to do the measuring thing, or
No,
we'll say about
you
that.
have your scale. You have to scale. Where's your scale?
Oh, I have the
I
scale.
don't have, this is numbers. Then,
Yeah, so I've
so
got it. I've got it here. I should have it here.
It's just a
Is
piece
there-
of white paper,
I got
and
it.
I can
I
make
got
you a new one right now if you need it.
No, I'm good.
I could make you, maybe I'll make you ones where you can hold up different color ones.
Oh, that'd be excellent.
Like green is like, the green one would be happy, like a happy smiley face. The yellow one would be and the red one would be
Red would be
ouchie.
like,
Yeah.
scraping. I need
Yeah.
silicone. Or
I
whatever.
could do the Frankenstein green, that'd be cute.
So here's. I gotta play the music first. Oh no, not that. Stop it.
Well,
Here we go.
well,
Stop it!
and
Damn it! God. Why was everything like just like getting in my way? And it's sort of like, hold on. Here's. Let's do Bunion again, because we should have the music for Bunion Watch, all about Dave's bunions. What?
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Thank you. Good morning to you too. What?
It's afternoon.
Fucking iTunes. Hold on.
Onion.
Here we go.
Closer to my feet, it's time for Bunion next to me.
Oh no, oh no.
Feet of mine have got to go. Please get these bunions off my toes. I have a knowledge for these I have a knowledge bunions, bunions, painful, painful, bunions, bunions, painful, painful.
So yes, thank goodness my bunions are not painful this week. So here's the bunion scale that my wife designed for me. I'm very much on this
It
side.
went through a lot of testing.
So here was the bunion that was hurting. And it really wasn't my bunion. It was the skin above it, as opposed to actually having real bunion.
Yeah, like the actual, it was just a more like it was a friction. It was like friction more than actually the bone, right?
Friction of the skin. So well, let's take a look at my bunion. Isn't it beautiful? There we go. How gorgeous. And just for the sake of that, we always do this anyway. Horses work down even lower, so we do. But here, ladies and gentlemen, This is my big right foot bunion. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God. Oh, let me
Just
show
don't
you.
move it because it's on a website, so see?
Oh, see, look, wow. That's a bunion like mine. That's
Yeah.
sad bunions like mine.
They're doing the happy foot, and then the sad foot has the bunion, I think, is the.
So you can
That's
see it
the
right
difference.
there.
Ooh,
Look at that. Look at that puppy. Oh yeah.
Ooh, sexy.
Bunions. So, ladies and gentlemen, my bunions, I do not feel grew bigger this week. I do believe that my bunions have stayed essentially the same, which I'm proud and lucky to say. But if you were wondering about the condition of my bunions
Would
and
you
the look
like
of them,
bunion relief happy socks? Look at these. These look like
what?
these look really nice.
Oh, so they put things between the toes.
Yeah.
Well, I'll show this. Let's get this around the.
I don't know.
lamp.
Maybe you have space then. I don't know if it works, but
Well, if you're getting hammer toe, it doesn't actually work, but it keeps them from rubbing.
gives you
So,
a little pain.
yeah. Well, the extra that. Anyway, it is 5 minutes after noon Eastern time here in the Daverhood. Bunions painful. Well, no pain at all doing this 917th episode of the Dave's Gone By Facebookio Podcastio Programmio of the Stream. With me, Dave Lefkowitz, my wonderful and very supportive wife, Joyce, all the wonderful people who were
honey,
on.
honey, honey.
Yeah,
Honey.
here we go. Oh, I love this.
You got space to pull it. You can move it if you need to. Maybe we could do that for you. Make your toe into like characters.
Oh, you can draw on my toe, on my bunion toe.
That's a good.
That would be so
I never
cool.
saw that before.
No,
Dude.
why would we have? Why
We've
would
seen
we
a
have?
lot of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, this one shoots little faces on all their toes. People have a lot of creativity.
And they have way too much time.
Oh,
Oh, is this bunionectomy
no, no,
thing?
no! Look at it. Look at this bunion.
Holy, look at the whole foot. Oh my God. This is like,
That's
that is a foot. This, you think my
How
that's
do you
like,
get toes that long?
wouldn't it be great to have like a big,
It's like the chicken foot. Let me see.
I would love to have blow that up and have like it framed in the kitchen.
No. Here.
That's a foot.
I guess if
Or
you're-
foot and a half,
if you're
yeah.
a foot doctor, you got to take pictures of this kind of.
Well, sure.
Oh wow, they have a bunion. You can get a bunion on your pinky, the other side too. See, that's the bunion corrector for the pinky.
Oh my
I
gosh.
didn't know that you could get a bunion on
Never
the pinky.
heard of such a thing. It makes sense.
I've never seen that. I think that's.
A pinky toe bunion.
I don't know if that's true. We have to ask.
Pinky toe bunion was like
Pinky toe
my
bunion.
best friend when I was in elementary school.
Mhm.
Pinky toe. Heck yeah. Anyway, we're getting silly now, as opposed to what we were doing for the last 3 hours. So write to me, davesgoneby@AOL.com. Check davesgoneby.com for archives of the show and all the information about the program, especially if you want to watch our interviews and things with guests in.
Oh, but they call it tailor's bunion. It's when you have a bunion on the outside.
Oh, I never. Wow.
Yeah, it's a tailor's bunion. They say it's like when you have it. See, like on this part, you can have a little lump there. Who
Wow.
knew that? I
That's
never knew
probably
that existed.
how rare is that? I mean, how
I've
look
never.
up Wiki for Taylor.
How rare is having a tailor's bunion?
Yeah.
To balance health, a study that involved 2,231 respondents with foot disorders found that around 39% of the subjects had regular bunions. Comparatively, only 4% of the people studied had a Taylor's bunion.
Before that's more than I would figure. I would assume it was really rare. Before out of 100.
I've never
Or
seen
whatever.
that. Oh.
Taylor's bunion. Huh. You know what I say to a Taylor's bunion?
What?
So what?
I say cut it out.
Oh yeah.
Stitch
Yeah.
it up. Stitch it up.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Dave's
Don't
Gone
follow
By.
that pattern.
Oh, unless you're a singer. Thank you. Let's play our outro theme while we still can. Oh, my friends, thanks for joining us. Bunion, painful, painful, bunions, bunions, painful. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm figuring we will be back next week. I'm not 100% sure because it will be a little busy, but I'm expecting to do some kind of program next Saturday, November 18th, 2023. So check the Facebook page, check davesgomeby.com, and you will see whether on the next coming Saturday, you will have the 918th episode of Dave's Gone By. Isn't that right, Mel? That's right, Dave. Yeah, got it, Mel. Ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful week. Thank the veterans in your life and all the folks who risked their life, if they give up their lives, risk their lives for, for me being able to do this, and you being able to sit there and watch this. And gone by.
It's gone by.
Well, did you have a good time, dyslexic potato? Oh, I certainly did.